Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Why Are You Watching Us? Evo's on
Yeah.
podcast.
Shoot, you're right. Let me pull up Bevo and said later.
Not you.
Oh,
But anyway, hello, everybody. Welcome to the 19th episode of the Out of Pocket podcast. I completely forgot to change the number. For some reason, when I made the thumbnail earlier today, it didn't save it, which I'm mad at. So now I've got to go back, and I just rebuilt it today. On your screen in the recording, you're gonna see it. It's gonna say 18, but it's actually the 19th episode.
uh-huh.
But for some reason, it didn't save it. So now here I am back here with a messed up episode. Anyway, we've got
I
a lot
just
of
dropped episode numbers.
yeah, but I like having things. I'm sorry, I like knowing where we are. Okay.
Fair.
As for that, we are going to have a lot to discuss, right? The Gundam card game has officially released. Some more other stuff has happened. We kind of also just have like a slower news day than most, so it is going to be.
Yeah, things should be a bit light.
So, I guess we can. I guess we'll just get straight to it. How was, I'm gonna go first, just so I can go first this time, just because I want to actually get my stuff out the way, so that I feel like you have a lot to talk about, sir.
You have the floor.
All right. So first off, let's go through my week. So, uh, I bought the double Zeta for a car. It was just there at the store. I'm like, I probably won't get a chance like this to actually buy it this cheap for probably a long time, because this is a kid I hadn't seen a store in a while. So just go and grab it. So I got it. I'm not building it yet because I currently decided to build the Master Grade Barbados I've had sitting in my room for a while. So that is taking
I
priority.
finished the backlog.
Yep. Backlog priority. Woohoo. And outside of that, I've been working on finishing up my Beedramon deck, which, and by finishing up I mean getting every card that isn't $40+ in that deck. Because the Vmon that is for some reason a promo is now $80 and growing up. And
Lovely.
the arena, which thank God is getting reprinted, I had to still buy off Premium Bandai. Thankfully, it is it's the Yukata version, so I'm actually cool with that. Even if they do reprint it in the reprint set, I'm cool with getting it here. So I'm happy. What I am not happy with is probably the possibility I probably have to just not go to the Summerfest.
Darn.
Not because I don't want to, I really do want to, but it's kind of hard when you don't have a team, because your team basically kind of discombobulated for so long, and now it's like, oh man, I'm the most antisocial person, so I just really can't speak to nobody.
I mean, I'm in the running for the most antisocial person. I'm not gonna lie. That's 'cause I've got no time.
So it's like I work, so I'm just like, oh, I got I've got things to do, but it's like everyone else works or lives like far away enough where I'm not just like, not across the street, but it's like, I will at least chill with somebody. I can't just head across the street and like go chill with the homies. Like I gotta like go to a different like sub city.
Right.
I am, before I go to card games, just update on the gacha system. Summer update. I haven't gone through the full story yet. But I did buy every skin.
Of course.
Which leads me to another like soft tangent of I don't know what the hell is going on, but I think I'm seeing the incels pop up in the community again because I don't know what the hell's happening.
For Nikkei?
Yes, because
I
people.
mean, that was kind of inevitable.
Because I'm just literally seeing like people talk about the summer event saying it's terrible and like the Bond stories are bad because the and I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm just generally confused, and I might have to ask like someone like, hey, do y'all know what's going on? Because it just seems weird that just people are kind of like upset. Like they've been more upset since like the half anniversary, but it just feels even weirder now that it's like, did I miss something here? Like, what is going on?
Well, I mean, there's a pretty simple explanation. Pretty simple, really. The more no Gooner game can actually fully escape the incels, no matter how hard you try or hope. It's even been happening to Zenless recently, as with the new update.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Like that poor woman.
the goon cells are real.
That poor woman. Like
Yep.
she just posted a like she just posted a thing that she just posted that she probably didn't know what exactly it was. She was like, listen, I was like, oh, this looks cute, and just posted there like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And the incel crash out is insane. It's like, wow,
Right.
this is crazy.
Over nothing.
Over a GIF. And people are like upset, like,
Right.
no, you know, she's hired by Hoyo. No, she's not hired by Hoyo. It's like
what?
She's hired by Hoyo, but like not hired by Hoyo. You know?
Right.
And even then, it's like you're talking about the same company that made Honkai Impact third, dog.
Shoot, Honkai second.
Like my brother,
they're not subtle.
Like I don't know. Like I think what's going on is people were just kind of. I think I think what's happening is like people who are, you know, I don't want to call everybody an incel because that's just not entirely true. But it's hard to not feel that way when you're literally having white people crash outs on the internet over over stuff like this.
I'm just saying they can just take their asses back to Wuwa.
I mean, yeah, we're just like I'm not even gonna be like that, bro. It's like that's like I have not played that the recent story, so I don't know what's going on, but I have no idea what they're talking about because everyone's losing their minds over that. Like, oh my god, it's peak. And then hold on now.
I think that community is scared to call every single thing peak as long as it means they earn $1 more than Zone Zero.
Like I really do will have to go in there myself. Cause I'm like, I caught up. I'm like, yeah, I like I could do like a discussion about Wuwa's story like another time. But the point I'm trying to make is like I think people are just really upset over how annoying and toxic some you know Yuri shippers or what have you have gotten, which to be fair, they have been toxic at points. Completely understandable, completely valid to feel some type of way like how shippers have just kind of become a lot more toxic or like openly toxic. But it's not every shipper. And even that doesn't give you right to be like borderline homophobic.
the anti-shippers are even worse. Like, no doubt, 100%.
Yeah. It's like shipping is not great all the time, but being is like anti-shipper is like really the only reason you're. It's like, yeah, honestly, like the only thing you're shipping is you and your waifu of the patch. Like, this is like, it's so crazy to me that they're saying this about Nikkei, the story, the series that literally in its 6-month anniversary told a story in which one of his characters quite literally could not get over a soldier that they knew for about almost half a month or like a few months at best. And you want
Joke's on you. I am John Gunner and I skipped that cutscene because I don't actually play this game.
it was the entire first act. Her original bond story was, yes, it was you and the commander talking, but it was more like y'all actually just trying to squash some beef. It was not you trying to fuck. And like, that's the part that's getting confused. It's like, what are we doing here? And it's like, what are y'all talking about? It's like, this series is not saying like, oh man, you know, all of a sudden they're making it's like they're really going like they're making a Nikkei's lesbian, and it's like, okay, so what if they am? So what if they are? What if Dorothy's a bisexual? What if Dorothy? What if Rappy just like, you know what? I love the commander, but you know what? I also probably want to bang Dorothy too. Okay, what if I just want that? What is wrong with that? Y'all will literally be okay with Blanca Noir having a threesome multiple times in the Bond story. That is basic. That is basically incest. And y'all, but nah. Lord forbid two women have a conversation together. Lord forbid two women have actual relationships. Lord forbid the fact that not even like the events right before you had the air, you know, you had the air stewardess riding your sack, and it's your screensaver in the game. But nah, we had an event where we just have like an emotional storyline about things, but now y'all finally gotten tired of it because y'all want to clap Dorothy's cheeks. Man, get out of here, dog. Y'all actually are starting to really confuse me. And like, who are y'all? Because right now it's enjoying the same people who were here for half of this shit. And it's like, damn, it's almost like y'all didn't actually understand why people like this game, besides the gooning.
You see? What if I told you these players all came from one specific video game? It's Blue Archive players, Zechs. You must join me in hating Blue Archive. This is where this menace comes from. It's all Blue Archive players.
I'm not gonna blame Blue Archive for something I have no context for.
It's all Blue Archive players.
Listen, it's not Blue Archive players.
They are trying to ruin. It's not every Blue Archive player, but they're all Blue Archive players. They're trying the exact same thing in the Umumusume community right now. It's all Blue Archive players.
What are they doing, Umumusume?
They're also trying to bring the incel garbage into Umumusume. Anytime you see some weirdly racist gotcha game player, 9 even to 5 times out of 100, it's an Umumusume player. I mean, it's a Blue Archive player, sorry. It's all Blue Archive. Trust me, check the Twitter accounts. You will see some racist shit, followed by some Blue Archive retweets. There is something about that game that is breeding an incel army to attack every other video game. This is not a conspiracy, it is an observation. Blue Archive players need to be laughed at, ridiculed, and removed from public society. It is the only way to save any type of gacha game discourse.
I don't know. I still need to research a little bit more about why people were more upset. But it is very much like I don't get it, because I think from what I can tell, the event is pretty fun. Like, so I don't know why people were upset like that. So that's just an whole thing. Anyway, speaking of why I'm fully skipping for Loba. In fact, I'm skipping this patch and next patch because I do not genuinely care for Loba, because I'm like, you literally look like a character who was made years ago and you don't interest me. So unless the story changes that feeling, I'm not really gonna do it, dog. And then Augusta and Yono also don't interest me at all. And I'm scared that they've made the only guy upcoming a support for Augusta, and I'm like, I want to actually smack y'all. I am also just trying to spend as little money and resources as I can to get Saber before the Honkai collab ends.
For sure.
So that I can save up for the upcoming supposed leak characters, which we will find out probably like after tomorrow's stream, because they haven't done drip mark, because normally they would be done with drip marketing, but I assume it's because of spoilers. Because those upcoming 2 characters are kind of important. You know, they might be
Screw them in year 5.
one day. But I'm just like, listen, all I know is I build for characters I like, or they're like upgrades of characters in the actual like main party, quote unquote.
Right.
So that's all I'm gonna say. Well, and yeah, I logged back into Divinez just to get the stuff and kind of grind that out a bit, just to kind of get some pull stuff for eventual character. It definitely gonna be Seed. That is off the table now.
Man, I wish I could get back into Zenless. I like that game so much before 2.0. Not the same.
After that, yeah, card games. So finally, we're talking about card games in person.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I went to the Gundam release event for 2 of my locals, and I think I did okay in terms of like my pulls.
Nice.
I got a combined 1 Freedom, 1 Cassatria, and 1 Wing Zero.
I mean, it's got the Wing Zero.
But mostly the only thing I'm like, you know what? Regardless of if I pull crazy or not, so long as I get the generic staples for blue and white, like you know, the draw cards, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Maybe hunt down like a Altart Kigali. But otherwise, I was straight. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And so I kind of ordered the rest off of, you know, TCG Player, and I just gotta wait for him to arrive. As for playing in the event, it was pretty fun. getting some main set cards, you can kind of feel a little more of the power of set one than just kind of like playing around with the starters. Uh, so what? So I kind of went through two things with the event, which was one. The first one I went to, they did the event where it's like, yeah, you get 5 booster packs in like kind of like drafted, but you had a 50 card deck because they would then also give you a starter deck that you
Ooh.
would build your basically upgrade the starter deck fully, like no color like barrier either, so like just put in like any good cards and just trying to build a genuine deck out of your starter deck.
Right.
And that one was fine. That one was actually pretty cool. uh Once again, I went 2-1 in all these events. The second one was just kind of like you got like 4 packs, I think. They gave us 4 packs and said just make a deck out of that with 30 cards. No structure or anything. So, we did that. I also got 2-1. So it was very like two unique like events. It's just kind of just like a regular draft and then kind of like a draft plus.
I think they would handle it. Keeps the event like feeling fresh.
Yeah. So I fully enjoyed it either way. I'm kind of glad that I have Gundam Local, especially one which is just like literally like a hop, skip, and jump away from like my house. So I'm like, okay, I can actually go there, and they want to do it around like Monday and Wednesday. I'm like, oh, cool. I actually have free time on those after those days where I could easily go. Woohoo!
Sweet.
This is just good. So long as the game still lasts set 2, I'm good.
I'm sure it will.
No, I'm sure it will too. I'm just like I really just like, and the only like big negative with Gundam right now is that there's just not a lot of product out there, man. Once
Yeah.
again, it's like the fact that one of the best cards in the set is literally a $40 card that is just a blocker is kind of crazy.
I mean, telling that was the one problem, like Bandai card games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the first set, they too little supply. They were like were hesitant about it, and then once, oh shoot, it sold out everywhere.
Yep.
We're going to do a release of set one right before set two releases, and we'll fix things in post.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm kind of waiting. Like, do I want to get a case for set 2? Which, to be fair, I kind of do, because that is, the set I want to play.
It's a really interesting set for sure.
Let me just double check what there. As for that, um, so yeah, I really do think that the game itself is still strong. I am just kind of like, get that. Excuse me. Get the product stuff done. We'll be okay. Like, just damn, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
got.
think things will be fun.
Yeah, at least I got till October to make probably like August. The set comes out late October, so at least no, wait, that's starter 6. When does? Yeah, October. Okay, yes, October. Yeah, I'm good. I am gonna entirely splurge on IBO though, which is Just the truth. Like September, and we go crazy in September. Let's go.
And there's been some interesting IBO discourse on like Twitter recently.
For what?
More people, I don't know, just the usual like, yeah, guys, Teknon were actually the villains in season 2. Get over it.
Oh, that. Oh, and
It comes in every like few months,
I
I
don't, I don't
swear.
think it's discourse. I think it's more just kind of like people kind of discussing like where Tekken kind of fell on the spectrum at the end of the day, especially in season 2, which is fine. I think it's more just the casual like we're going. It's been 10 years. Let's go back and kind of look at
Yeah.
it from a different lens. I don't think it's really discourse. It's just kind of like reflection that people are finally starting to have after the wounds have healed, and Himmel has gone through the series.
I'm not gonna lie, Himmel's kind of been the best part about Gundam Twitter in like years.
Yeah, it was like, man, this whole nice soliloquy about Gundam and its storylines, and the next tweet, oh my god, I want, oh my god, she's a mother, I need her.
I need a MILF. But also, I love Gundam as a franchise. Give me the MILFs. Like
Saw the hot.
one person just powering through all of Gundam. Like, holy cow, dude.
Yeah, it's like shout out to the man. Shout out to the run random female, hot female that just ends up getting these people into the series.
I like that everyone's just like panicking once he got the double. It's like, oh, we know exactly where this is going.
Uh-huh.
And
I mean,
shout out to the legend Himmel.
not even double O. It was IBO because like someone immediately showed a picture of laughter. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no 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 no. And to be fair, oh boy, his crash out was glorious. Like,
He's like amazing crash outs once he hit the AU series. It's just been crash out after crash out.
it's like, to be fair, it's like that shouldn't have happened, bro. Like, why that made me upset. That generally made me upset because that was like one of my favorite characters. And like the way they did her like that is like,
What's gonna happen when he gets to age?
Godspeed, Spider-Man. But yeah, final thoughts. Game's still fun. I enjoy it. Can't wait for set 2 or at least IBO to drop. So everybody's good. Was able to play more Vanguard by going to my because I missed out on this. I had to go to my other locals up north for Vanguard. Oh boy, is that area just kind of dead right now. And it's mostly just because it's just like kind of like a Cold War that spawned. So it's like, ooh. Like, I don't want to go into no details because that's a whole other like thing. But it's like, yeah, just kind of like this weird Cold War of people just don't want to go there right now. I think it'll calm down by like the end of the year when we have to do our usual our like Christmas event. Hopefully. I don't want it to continue and we just kind of like lose all the kind of mess the whole thing. Because like one of the cool things about the city is like we had multiple like Vanguard spots, which I don't think a lot of some cities barely have one. The fact we had like multiple locations where we could get Vanguard supply and just have fun is one of the best things about the place. So I mean, issue just kind of saddens me. You know what? Anyway, played Vanguard. I decided to go with Flamgrim this time. The deck did not help me. Like I think I hit every like pretty good like deck thing possible. I think I could have played a little bit cleaner, but that's not the point. The point is, for some reason, and as I'm I'm doing this while I'm also gonna change the thumbnail, real quick. uh, it just kind of, the deck just did not hit anything on my restands, and I'm just like, okay, I have 5k, 5k, 5k. Okay, draw nothing, draw nothing. Draw check 5k, 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 5k. And it's like, oh, and that just happened for 3 games in a row. And I was like, I have no guard for any cards, despite the fact that I've restood twice. This is definitely fun. Okay, now it's actually change this thumbnail on the screen. Oh, it actually changed the format. Cool. All right, yeah, we're back in now. Okay, so after that, that is pretty much my entire break. So I will, so I will hand it off to you. How was your break time, sir?
Interesting. I would say pretty interesting. I don't know. A lot of weird stuff has happened outside of the magical self-repairing camera. I was older. Dude, how long ago was that? Was that a 2-week break?
Yeah, that was
Anyway, the
last
magic
podcast.
Cool, great, lovely. I'm losing track of time. Past that, let me see. Well, one of the people that just sold us a ton of stolen stuff apparently found out I was onto their track and knew exactly where they were getting all their stuff from and hasn't shown up for an entire week, despite normally showing up daily, so that's neat.
What?
I kind of just Columboed the guy.
I'm sorry. What now?
I was like, "Well, buddy, I've been seeing a lot of these things at Walmart recently. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, huh?" And then I haven't seen him for an entire week.
Walmart?
Yeah, he sold something here. So this guy, this like silly lie, he told someone like, "Oh yeah, work at an Amazon facility, and they kind of just, this stuff they leave behind because they can't sell, deliver for whatever reason." I'm like, I don't buy that. Then he sells us something, and I checked the model information, and it turns out to be a Walmart exclusive product. And I'm like, oh, huh, there's another tag on it with the exact same location number as all these other products.
Once again, I must now go find a new co-host because I have a feeling Zeta is not much longer for this world.
Look, all right. If I ever get arrested working at this job, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna sell out the higher ups.
Oh, you thought I was talking about arrested? Arrested? Nah,
I'm
nigga,
not
they gonna
getting
kill you.
killed.
They're like,
Look, all right.
who's this Doctor Who mother? I found out your master plan, and they just
I know where
kidnap you
all
and
this
you never
stuff
seen
from.
again.
Look, people are dumb. Had someone come in like 2 days ago with like 4 pairs of a new inbox AirPods. I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. I checked them. They all have the exact same serial number. I'm like, get this. I'm like, these are all fake. We're not buying these. It's like, shoot, I got the receipt, man. It's like, I'm just gonna, get out my car. And dude just flees. Takes the AirPods, hops in his car, and just scrams. Like, anyone that comes in with more than one pair of AirPods, I'm calling foul.
Dang, just like this, man.
Y'all are too broke in this area to have more than one pair of AirPods. Stop playing with me.
Why are you pocket watching?
I know the clientele here. No one comes here to buy anything besides a PS5, all right? Yeah.
Now they wait and see if the Switch 2 gonna be on sale eventually too.
Man, we have not gotten a single Switch 2 in, and it's been pissing me off. I'm actually mad. Every other store in our franchise, hey guys, check out all our Switch 2s we've been getting in. Woo! I mean, I know why, right? Because there was a stolen truck full of Switches like 2 months ago, and if I see a Switch 2, I'm just going to assume it's stolen. They're just going to run for the hills, and we're going to be back at square one. Hey, Zeta, why do we have any Switch 2s available? Well, you see, I kind of went Columbo on them too, and I scared them off, so now we're back at 0 Switch 2s.
Can't believe you scaring the Switches.
Yeah. The coworker quit for the second time.
Wait, another coworker quit, or the same coworker quit again?
The same coworker quit again.
Mm.
So what had happened the first time was, she was like, "Oh yeah, I found a great new job at a similar field. They offer me more pay and everything." Turned out to be a cult.
Okay.
And she left for the hills after a week and came crawling back. Lesson learned, right?
It's like, okay, that's very basic regular show plot, but I understand.
Yeah. And then I don't know what happened this time. I'm assuming she's gonna come back in like a month or two after joining a second cult. Because this time she's like, "Oh yeah, it's probably some cushy office utilities job." I'm like, "Yeah, you'll be back here."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like what the third time she's actually almost joined a cult.
The third time, okay.
Yeah.
One more, she gets a free sandwich.
Shoot, did I ever mention that like cultist keeps trying to sell us poisoned banana bread?
No, you've never mentioned that.
Shoot, how am I not mention that?
You have not.
That's crazy. Well, anyway, dude, there's a cult that just drops by every so often to try to sell us a banana bread.
I mean,
I can tell it's a cult because they keep sending different people, and they're always smiling and completely unblinking while trying to sell us this banana bread.
it's probably to die for.
Probably.
Listen, that bread got to taste heavenly.
I'm like, no, I'm sorry. This banana bread is not going to bring me closer to God. In fact, I've had one taste and it nearly sent me to hell.
You're a non-believer.
I believe in a lot of things. And also no. Maybe too many.
Listen, man, you got until they send Joel Osteen himself. I'm sorry. I'm making fun of this. Come on.
Man, if Olsen shows up at my store,
It's like, all right, I'm out. We're good.
I'm doing my security.
Hello there. Hello there, child of God. Do you have any Switch 2s?
Yeah.
As well, because you also partake of this banana bread.
So I'm out. Like, man, next person offered me banana bread, I'm kicking them out the building. Like, I knew something was up with that banana bread. See, I'm a banana bread connoisseur. I've tasted many a banana bread. I had one bite of the cold banana bread and one frame tossed in the trash bin. I'm not dealing with the cult bread.
Okay.
Yeah. Crazy work there.
It was cooked with holy water. Okay, I'll stop.
Shoot, they may need to clean the pool.
Okay, I'll stop.
You know, we've changed pope. We've changed popes. They can like get some new holy water. All right.
What? That implies you only change the holy water every time a pope dies.
Well, I mean, yeah, you got to renew the foot.
Like, listen, this water been here for 30 years. What the heck's going on? Listen, the Pope ain't dead yet. We gotta keep it. What do you mean?
This podcast has been sponsored by blasphemy.
I got the Bible on my side. I got the Bible on my side. It's fine. Why do I smell? Why do you smell some smoke? Let's move on. All right.
Yeah. Any other silliness that's been happening? Oh, there's been a lot of arguments at work because they want to start selling Pokemon cards, but the store owner says, "No, I'm too scared of Pokemon cards. They're
Understandable.
too risky to sell." And I'm like, my brother in Christ, you purchased a flamethrower. Shut the hell up.
No, I understand what he's talking about. Cause see, there's a chance they might get denied deal to buy Pokemon cards and then grab the flamethrower. Then
We almost purchased
a scalpel with a flamethrower. You can't have that now.
Look, if we can purchase a flamethrower and almost purchase a plasma cannon, I'm pretty sure Pokemon cards aren't off the table.
That's different.
I still wish we purchased that plasma cannon. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just gonna ignore the whole plasma cannon thing, but I agree with the shopper. I'm like, hey, listen, don't bother right now.
Well, look,
like I know that's basically it's hard because like that's basically free money, but at the same time, like, do you want to keep your employees safe?
Every other store in this goddamn chain has purchased Pokemon cards. His own other stores have purchased Pokemon cards.
And those whole other stores can do it over there.
I think it's totally fine for us to purchase Pokemon cards. I was driving the plasma cannon story is hilarious, alright?
Okay.
He just walks in with like a large tube object covered in a cardboard, paper, and he just unfurls it. It's some giant thing with wires, with like exposed wiring, some tubes, and a camera attached. And he's like, "Trust me, guys, it's a plasma cannon." And I definitely heard it at some point.
Okay. Need to take a quick break. I'll be right back. So you were back to your discussion. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm on the display. I'm gonna table the workplace shenanigans for the usual anime and toku corner.
All right.
Well, let's see where I want to start here. Started watching this interesting show called Anime Kaiten Reverse, Rebirthverse. One of those titles, something like that. It's pretty neat. It's very re-zero. Only instead of getting sent to a fantasy world, he gets sent to some bizarre futuristic version of the Heian era,
Okay.
where for some odd reason, Anamioji are also mech pilots.
Okay.
And for some odd reason, this guy seems to be a common rider.
Okay. That is very much interesting.
Yeah. It's like, and you got, there's very few chances to be an anime original, and you chose to be re-zero but weird.
I mean, why not?
Honestly, it's pretty interesting. The main character's pretty likable, angry shonen protagonist. Dude, that's a pretty stark difference.
Wait. Oh my god. Sorry, I was doing something. I'm like, no one's talking about. No one's
Movie
talking
season
about like
re-zero.
Mortal Kombat on the for like the stream. I'm like,
Audiobooks.
when is the more MK1 like stuff is happening? I'm like, I just feels like, oh, they
My
already
God,
did top 24.
my guy, no one signed up for MK this year.
I was just like, I was just shocked. I'm like, wait. I was like, wait. Oh, we actually just straight up.
Like the signups for MK this year are embarrassing. And I have no clue why they keep trying to pretend MK is one of those top 3 like legacy fighting games.
Because it makes money. But I'm sorry, I ruined your thing. I'm sorry.
No, you're not wrong. No, I'm just gonna say it. Nobody actually plays MK. It's a donation you are making to NetherRealm so they can keep making more fatality animations. That's all. And then you will just watch a compilation of them. And then you will be like, man, this is a great purchase. Finger release, NetherRealm. I can't wait to buy that DLC and all that support for the next year. Oh, wait.
Ooh.
like, it's not a real fight. It doesn't deserve to be in the fighting game conversation anymore.
Oh, hold on. We'll see. Cause I was like, wait. So they actually just didn't announce it yet? Evo. Oh man, that's sad. But on that note, yeah. Back to your anime topic.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, kind of fun. The music score is crazy. Like, whoever on the staff decided, you know what would be great? Let's just mix traditional music with screamo.
Yeah. Send me the name of that anime when you remember what the
Yeah,
name
I'm
is.
gonna grab it right now. I remember now. Rebirth verse. No, yeah, no.
Rebirth Verse.
Here it is.
Onmyo Kaiten Rebirth Verse.
Like, there's always gotta be that one anime original. It's like, oh, here's that one peak show of the year that of the season no one's gonna talk about. Besides me and the Grand Imperial Council of Anime Original Watchers, and no one else is invited to.
Mm.
You love the music, main character's enjoyable. CG's pretty not bad.
Oh, it's David Production.
Yeah, they have a production original.
Okay. Uh,
Unsafe.
hmm.
See, you know it's good because I mean, I'm kidding. But other stuff I've been watching. Uh, To Be Here X just keeps adding more and more layers on its plotting. And you know, props to the show for dedicating so much time to autistic dad reunites with his daughter. Cool distraction. But I'm seeing all the dots are there's like 7, 8 episodes left. And I'm starting to finally see where all the dots are connecting. Like I'm slowly hitting the point where I can plot out every single thing that's about to happen. Well, not about to happen. Like the why, right? I've hit the I can figure out the why and the how stage in a mystery series, and I'm like, oh, this is great. Like it's all coming together. Unlike Lazarus. Oh my god. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna waste more time racking on Lazarus.
Still need to get to it. I'll get to it when I get to it.
Fair. Or not. You can just lay Shin Watanabe. You can just not watch a Shin Watanabe show.
I just gotta know because I'm like, man, I have. I mean, there's a lot of shows I just stuff that I haven't like seen. That I'm just like, man, all these people I used to watch, I kind of just don't watch anymore. Mostly because they're covering stuff I have either no interest in or have not gotten to.
Right.
So it's like, dang, I kind of want to get back in a conversation or something. But
Man, it did suck watching Bonsai Pop's video on Lazarus, where he's like, "Man, this show's gonna be peak. It's amazing. It's Shin Watanabe's best show so far." And I'm like, "Oh no, why would you do this to yourself like halfway into the show?" Oops.
mm, well, you can't win them all, right?
True. Gazuger's been pretty consistently great.
I'm still waiting for that moment where they actually do bring in like the Power Rangers actors, and they just like people are probably like,
Right.
wait, what? What do you mean? The Toku and Power Rangers are separate now. We're always separate. And like, we didn't
I
create the
mean, I will say,
Bowsers that they've been using ever since.
right. One of those filler episodes kind of had the best bit I've seen in a while. What if we just spend the entire time calling the main character a broke bum for 20 minutes?
He's just like me for real.
I'm like, why are we doing this? We're just ranking on this dude for being poor. What's wrong with you people? Honestly, the show's pretty peak. I maintain what I've said about it previously. I want every single character redeemed except for one character in particular. I want to die a fiery death.
Don't worry, they'll get their
Everyone,
chance to get that redemption eventually.
I don't want him to get redemption. I want suffering.
Yes, you Ugandan Mortal Kombat Shao Kahn. I don't want peace. I want problems always. That is still the hardest line I've ever heard come out of any Shao Kahn ever.
That's so good though.
Like what? It's like that is the.
I mean, I got it.
You know what? That's the fact. That, like that's a line that's like you feel like somebody. You feel like a line that's like that should be like canonized. It's like that is too good to just leave in like a weird adaptation or something. But it's like that's too good to not use at some point, right? Cause come on.
Like they got that line just kind of summarizes all of Mortal Kombat. Like
It really does.
Like yeah, I would be using that line in every single as a tagline. That should have been the tagline for Armageddon.
Like, dude, that is MK1 in a nutshell. That is just straight up. That is problems always. And that is the entire series at this point. You will never have peace. There will be problems always.
Man, sure would be nice if I use all my reality bending problems and not actually fix anything, huh? Man.
This really just became the Mortal Kombat Slam Hour. Happy Evo, everyone.
Look, it's the only fighting game worth slamming right now.
Hey yo.
Yeah, Sentai's great. I'm so surprised they're sticking to the rule with the mech. There's only one piloting seat, and they were sticking to it.
Okay.
Honestly, balls. Never abandon your gimmick. Unlike every other Toei Tokyo series after like 5 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Toei series, Gav. I just want to sigh. It's a character-focused show. I should embrace it's a character-focused show. God damn it, those wheels spinning.
Oh. Hmm. I have no context one way or the other for it. So I'm living vicariously through you on Common Rider Gav.
Yep.
And current
Honestly,
Sentai.
there's some great character drama stuff in there. Unfortunately, we're also at the point where there has been enough character drama stuff, so the ending's just kind of doing stuff.
Oh, so it's like, yeah, we've had a lot of character drama stuff. Where's the plot?
Right.
Like that. It's like, yeah, this is all good character stuff, but we kind of need a plot as we're heading to the end. And right now, I have not seen enough to make me go, oh yeah, we've got a smooth landing. Is that more like it?
Yeah, also just adding a random character relationship out of nowhere final few episodes. There's some emotional centering for this finale. It's not well written at all. But it's there so you can feel something.
Yes, like the Fies moment.
Yeah. Pretty much.
God, watching Fies for the first time was a trip.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what? Huh? It's like, cause like, oh man, I've seen X8, I've seen Gaim, I've seen things. Man, these are all like crazy shows that have like insane, impactful, like adult themes, but also enough for kids. Man, I can't wait to finally get the Fies. What the fuck? Like this was
Like,
the fourth. Well, yeah, this was the fourth show, and you did this.
those early Heisei shows would have been perfect for a CW adaptation at the time, but you wouldn't believe it.
Almost like one of them did get one.
I would have parked those right next to Smallville. Don't even like reanimate. Just ADR dub over next to Smallville. Trust me.
Oh man, I was
You would have had a certified Vanguard in your hands.
like, I knew something was off when I was like, yeah, I'll watch it, but I was like watching it like with a streamer, so I was like, it's fine. And I left for a minute, came back, and I came back right at the not nursery, but like the kindergarten scene.
Yeah.
And if you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
it's like, wait, what the fuck? What are y'all doing, dog? What are we doing here?
Yeah, no, Vines was a crazy, like all those early shows all just have large amounts of crazy in them.
Like, Kuga was very bloody, but it's
Right.
like that's kind of how Comrade is. I'm not gonna there, and they obviously toned down the blood eventually later.
Yeah.
Fives was like, I feel sexually violated at some scenes.
Man, do not look up the novel.
I have,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you know what? You need to go to prison.
Dog, I read the Jetman manga that took place after the show, and I'm like, ain't no way, what the fuck?
The Jetman monk. Oh no. Oh
Oh yeah.
no, 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 no.
It's also a sequel that
Like, like, like we talking. Is this why you got upset with them potentially doing a Frozen Teardrop show?
no. I just think people don't deserve a frozen teardrop. Show Sam a crossbone. I need you people to shut up. That's my entire stance on that.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Yes.
Oh man.
Look, I'm a disgruntled age fan. I'm allowed to have a vendetta against the world. I was here.
Listen, as listen, I know about being disgruntled. Disgruntled. Literally, I had to watch probably one of the most. Literally today. This is the last Vanguard episode today. That is
Yeah.
the crux of everything, which we will talk about later. So get ready, guys.
We will definitely talk about it.
Anyway, anything else to your?
Yeah, Commerce weird. Ultraman? It's such a weird series, this one. Like someone like once I saw a video and someone's like, this kind of has the vibe of a really high budget fan film, and I'm like, yeah, it feels like it's almost filmed like a high budget fan movie at times. Same with the atmosphere. Like it's chill, it's so conveniently cloudy and like overcast the entire time.
Hmm.
Things are a lot more like down to earth, even the fights. It's like, huh. This feels like an early Heisei Kamen Rider almost, without the insanity. Like it's almost like the calmer, like more slice of life elements of Kuga. Kind of what it feels like.
I see.
I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's just kind of working like the last several, like Ultraman's had like an entire like decade almost. Like obviously, yeah, like 2013 to 2023 of just big bombastic shows. Just felt like what if we made a Kamen Rider, but really big. And now we've just kind of calmed down again, and it's like, huh?
Like I'm not sure how to process this.
Right. Like we've got it's Neo Heisei, like Neo early Heisei is the only way we're gonna put the vibe.
Hmm.
Like here's a 2005 Toku series. Enjoy. Man, it's that weird.
Okay, that is interesting.
There's some. I mean, I can talk about card games,
All right.
and I've only played a card game, IRL. I went to that weird cafe card shop hybrid place, trying to, hopefully, buy a One Piece starter or buy some Gundam, if they had any. Well, I mean, they seem to have every Japanese card game outside of Gundam and Digimon. They had like a few boxes of Hololive. I definitely should have picked those up. Oops.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
No, that game's gonna last anyway.
Good point.
That's a video I have conceived for later.
Hololive's not gonna last a while.
I mean, well, not Hololive, but more so like a video. That's the next video I'm gonna bring back, which is the talking about BCS and like what the heck they're gonna do, because there are now 6 games available and arguably eligible this time.
Well, you mean at some point they are just gonna have to slit premium throat.
I mean, here's the thing. Next week's the English conference.
Ah.
Like we're out of time, dog. Judgment Day is coming.
Yep.
It's like, all right, it's time to finally face the Pied Piper, dog. All right, staying or you going?
Right.
Or the third option, which is they just keep everything the same because like, oh, we still gotta wait a year. In that case, it's like, okay, well then these games will not have a competitive scene for a whole year. Thanks, dog.
Yeah, like I would just straight up just not ignore Godzilla ever came out. But she rode.
Yeah, I'm mostly talking about Hololive too, because that's like, oh yeah, Hololive was just a competitive circuit again. It's like you're the only people
Yeah.
who run this circuit.
Like how long is such a weird case, right? Because I'm like, on paper, this game could be doing numbers in Japan.
I mean, this game could be
Like,
also be doing numbers in English. It's just that his English
Yeah.
distributor is the same people who gave the idea of, yeah, let's just make Hunter x Hunter an impact with $3.
God, you know, at least Tuco has a bit less competition to deal with, right?
I have no idea who or what that is.
I'm calling 2XKO Tuco. I'm sorry. I hate.
Uh,
Like, if it already has a dumb name, I may as well make it dumber.
but it's like it's like we're out of time, and that's the video. It's like, listen, we gotta get the contingency plan up. Be ready, guys, because we're at Judgment Day. If it's not this year, it's going to be next year.
Yep.
You are out of time to make your final. You are out of time to make your decision on what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of obvious, right? Like, if you want, like, you have to do one Vanguard format only. Release the gift deck set. It is the last Vanguard gimmick to not make it 2D.
They're not gonna do that yet. In fact, I'm probably sure they're never gonna do that. Considering that the first thing they did was make sure, like, yeah, no, eventually V is on its own.
V is so funny. Like, considering, like, because, like, when you think about the Time Wizard conversation, V is such an interesting point to talk about with it, right?
Yeah.
Because, man, I'm sure Bush, you would have the exact same thing. Man, we're going to support V. It's going to be great. You know, things going to be chill. You can run your own events. And, like, you know, after a while, it's just like, yeah.
Everyone collected go. No, we actually hate this. We actually hate this.
This is quite possibly our worst idea.
And it's like, it's not because, oh, you want to support it. No, it's just generally everybody who's still playing generally has PTSD, and we have now poisoned the newbies to thinking that V was the worst thing since sliced bread.
I mean, you're still gonna get people that swear up and down that G was the worst, that tried to the worst thing that happened to the game. But those are our synchro boomers, and we will never get rid of them.
I am still seeing people who just like utterly despise me. It's like, you know what, fine, whatever, cool, but it's like, damn, you just really gonna let us die like this? You gonna let, like, that's, again, I'm still salty about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think that salt will probably never leave for a while.
No.
Like, now it's like, but now I'm just like, you know what? Here we go. The chickens are here. They've come home to roost.
Dude, we're gonna be like 60 playing the 15th new Vanguard formats, and we're still gonna be airing out complaints about people not wanting to play a J format.
Nah, screw J format. That was actually garbage.
Look, all right. There were some good elements in J format, all right.
Name one.
If the last format where Blaster Blade was viable.
That's a positive. Okay. Yeah.
But look,
Positive,
all
right?
right. It was a going out season for Blaster Blade, all right. It was not a bad meta. Trust me, all right. It was also the exact same meta where Lock finally got banned in premium, so you know. We'll take J format.
Okay, fine. We can do that. We can do that. All right, but all right, for real though.
All right. But yeah. So I had to learn One Piece. They had no One Piece starter decks available. That was annoying.
That's crazy. Everywhere I go, there's just One Piece starter decks available.
Right? He's got to have One Piece events, they had packs, they had a bunch of bulk, no starter product.
So then how'd you learn the game?
Well, someone let me borrow his Zoro deck.
All right.
They just handed me the like little playmat rule book from like the demo deck, and they're like, sit down and learn, I guess. Mid event.
Wait, was it a teaching
Yeah,
event or was it like a tournament?
a tournament. 8-person tournament, yeah.
So you just entered a tournament with no knowledge of how to play the game? You were just a warm
Yeah.
body?
Yeah, huh?
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
They have, original Zoro leader, basic rush strategy. Good enough for a beginner, right?
I guess I don't have any.
And then and then the and then guess what? I mean, they're all playing newer decks, unfortunately. Everyone there's playing a newer build. The chip's already stacked against me.
Yeah.
And so I sit down. First match is against a guy that let me borrow his deck.
Mm.
And you know what he pulls out?
What?
Blackbeard, who just so happens to be a floodgate leader. Whose specific floodgate ability turns off almost every card effect in the deck. And I'm just looking at the guy like, my dude, what do you mean you picked the deck that's anti-me after handing me the deck?
As I'm trying to learn the game. Like, here you
You
go.
have. I saw 5 other decks in that deck box he had.
That's evil. I'm sorry. He said,
You know what's the funniest part about it?
I mean, that could just be just random, but it's like, damn. The odds of that just being the case is crazy.
I mean, it kind of reminds me of my first time playing Vanguard, right?
Hmm.
Like, someone like hands me a Kerner Jet starter deck. And you know what my first match was? I kid you not.
What?
Bro whips out a fully complete Messiah deck and just starts locking the hell out.
Ooh.
This seems to be a running thing where someone's like, here you go. Here's some cards. Now I'm going to play the control matchup against you. Yeah.
At least the match will be slow so you know what's going on, right?
I mean, yeah.
But that's just...
It was pretty annoying because like once they get that floodgate engine going, hey, what do I have to kill? Who do I have to kill? Wait, doing this and that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Which of these cards are just vanillas in my hand now?
Yes.
God. So yeah, overall I went like 1-2. Which to be fair, I somehow didn't go 0-3 for someone who just picked up the game into a field of experienced players.
Yeah. Not bad, I would say.
First game, I get floodgated out. Second game, they're playing a more mid-range deck. I actually figured out how to aggro rush them and force them to waste a ton of their cards and end the guard. Cool. Third game, someone plays a different floodgate strategy and turns off most of my and prevents me from attacking most of my cards when I'm playing aggro. Almost beat them though. And I got them to sound locked in like a 5-minute thing because I tried to bluff some like energy. Like I left like 2 open mana up, right? And like they knew that I was running at least 1 copy of a counter card in my hand that I could use during their turn. I didn't have it. I didn't have a single any of them. and they were just kind of pinned on like what to do. Right? It was like near the end. If they messed up, I would have won. Pretty close game.
There's like
They call my bluff. I lose, and then they start like complaining and think I'm sharking.
huh?
They legit are thinking I'm like smurfing. Sorry, sharking's the wrong word.
Oh, because I'm like, what? That doesn't sound like a judge call right there. It's like,
right, they're like, yo, this guy is angle shooting after like 3 games. He's lying about being a new player, yada yada yada. I'm like, what? Hilarious work, right? Honestly, devilish on my part.
so those guys gotta be
Right. Like, I want people to know, right? Sure, I'm playing the Super Maxwell Masochist stuff, and it looks like I'm just terrible at playing card games, right? I'm not. I need people to tell us I'm actually not terrible at card games.
You're trying to suck your own dick. That's crazy.
Look, all right, there's a few people that come into all my streams like, you still losing? And I'm like, yeah.
Listen, you just need to,
Look, I'm a season.
see what you need to do. Is just go on Master Duel one day and just high roll all the Rizio cards and make it to Master and say, hey, listen, you said I'm still losing. Nah, I'm winning. I could always have won. I just was at the mercy of pain and suffering because SEMO.
Right. And SEMO is still going.
Yep.
Like, I don't think I've seen only one person actually like complete the challenge.
It's a hard challenge.
And that guy maybe did after like 120 something 2-hour long episodes. Yeah, that's a pretty good metric, right?
Mm.
Yeah, you got to dump like around like 240 hours of being really lucky and pack opening. Have
A
fun.
mix of luck and understanding the game.
Right. Look, I've had to pull off some stupid plays recently. Like, really stupid. But yeah, they also handed me a lot of their like bulk from like the winning packs. That was kind of neat of them.
Huh?
Got a Jinbei leader. Also pulled the SP. Also got handed the SP Jinbei.
That's nice of them.
And I'm like, huh. I guess I'm gonna make Jinbei. Oh wait, what's this Kobe deck I just found on? Because I'm like, all right, if everyone here is playing control, I guess I'll also pick up a control deck. This is gonna be the worst Ocos experience of all time. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of hilarious to think of a logos of only control decks.
Yeah, I'm just like,
What are we doing here?
like, guys, come on now. Like, let's be real for a minute here. Like, man, I can't wait to go to Yu-Gi-Oh locals. Everyone's playing Monarchs.
Everyone's playing like some stupid runic hybrid strategy.
Like, damn, can at least one of y'all play Sky Strikers at bare minimum? At least that's something different, somewhat.
Right?
Hell,
I mean, the Kobe deck is interesting. Because the gimmick is, so allowing your characters just get to attack the opponent's characters on play. on the turn they're played.
Huh.
And then you have a bunch of other abilities that can give your characters the ability to attack active characters as well. So you're just playing the grind game and just speeding up all your opponent's units before direct attacking. Different form of control, aggro control, suitable for a red-black leader. Real Rakdos gameplay over here. That's pretty neat. Also, the deck only cost me like $43 off a TCG player. And that's like with like I would say all the best cards for it. I'm not used to a card game being this cheap.
Hmm. Must be.
Also could just bought like 2 of the new starter decks and probably just smashed those together and probably would have, been even cheaper. Be a fun experience. I just need to wait for the cards to arrive so before going back to locals. So I don't want to be like guy who just borrows decks every time. I want to be one of those guys. But yeah, other card game stuff. I tried out Elestrals. That's a
Alright.
story for later.
No, it's a story for now.
Maybe.
What are you talking about? Story for later. Unless you got
Oh,
something else you
shoot.
want to
I
talk
didn't
about.
know.
Unless you want to talk about it right
All right.
now.
All right, fine. Yeah, I tried Elestrals Clash 2 days ago and a bit today.
Well, let me add one more caveat here. So, for the record, so for those of you who don't understand, Zeta's had a weird relationship with Elestrals, and by that I mean he's not really wanting to play it because he's had the feeling of, well, it's made by a YouTube creator, as if YouTube creators can't make good things, right? Like come on, people, like, just because they're a YouTuber doesn't mean they can't be a good voice actor. Shout my boy Sayu, shout Amelie. It was like they can make good things, right? And if this game's been going on, they just had their 3rd anniversary, right? So like they're obviously doing something's happening, right? They're not completely like wrong, right? They're doing something right here. But he's never really been a fan of Elestrals in terms of like just the feeling he has. I think that's the best way to put it. So, and also when going into this, like literally the day after he tries out, like literally like I think today, they announced like, hey, they're going to do a whole update for some of his issues he kind of brings up for Elestrals Clash. So keep all this in mind as he says what he's about, the following he's about to say.
Look, all right. My problem with the Elestrals isn't just that there's a YouTuber involved. All right. That's not it. The problem I've had is the entire air of like, hey guys, I know popular card game is doing bad right now. Now come on and check out game that's tangentially similar to popular card game. Now sponsored by your favorite popular card game tuber.
Now, to be fair, that is a lot of games at points.
It's the air.
Right? That's not just every single game.
I know.
Also, my issue with Elestrals is not so much a popular card game YouTuber, a popular YouTuber made it, is that there's a specific YouTuber that is also supporting the game, and my feelings about them aren't exactly like positive right now, to put it lightly. Nothing with A Drive, not A Drive, by the way. A Drive seems like he is just genuinely a nice person who's trying his hard to work on the game.
I have no problems with A Drive. Don't worry.
Yeah, Keep that in mind. Look, this is any beef with A Drive. Trust me. There's somebody else on that 3-year anniversary thing that I have an issue with. Okay, so let's get that out the way. It is not the actual creator and all that. Like, he is fine. He is putting more work than some of your favorite card games businesses right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Maybe you just start taking shots at shots at specifics if you want.
I'm just saying, because that situation is complicated. Anyway, continue.
I'm not naming names. It's Yu-Gi-Oh for people who hate Yu-Gi-Oh. That's how Elestrals keeps getting marketed. It's come here, Yu-Gi-Oh, man. We have nerve for you. And it has to have been the most sauceless game I have played in a long time.
Ooh.
Like, there's no identity to it. At all. That's maybe the best way I can put it. Like, it feels like it wants to be one of those refinement games, right? If you ask someone what sets their game apart from every other game on the market, without mentioning another card game's name, they wouldn't be able to. At all.
Yeah, I think that's just kind of the state of the market currently.
Yeah. And if you look at other card games, they can still say something about how their game plays and sets it apart and whatnot. Easily. Yes, man, they're going to pull up the Dawn system for One Piece. They're going to pull a memory for Digimon. They're going to do this, that, and the other, right? Yu-Gi-Oh! You can probably be like, yeah, there's no mana system Yu-Gi-Oh! It's great. You know, high combo gameplay and whatnot. And, like, expression for a lot of things, right? Pokemon kind of plays exactly like Pokemon. Like the video game. Flesh and Blood's probably the only 1v1, like, hero card game on the market. We cross the Elric deck. So on and so forth. Elestrals feels like a mashup of, we took mechanics from every game we could think of, and we kind of put them together because we think these other card games aren't doing these mechanics right. We tried to improve them. And it doesn't. Like, it's some weird mashup of Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, there's hints of Battle Spirits. Like, it's a lot of things that just don't mesh, right? And there's something a little shameless about, like, you can perform one normal action a turn. I'm like, you didn't have to call it a normal action. No other card game does this. Unless your entire purpose is to integrate Yu-Gi-Oh players into your game directly through a funnel. I'm just saying. I play this tutorial, I'm like, oh, there's a random Pokemon evolution system in here too for some odd reason. Why not? Your life system is also your mana system, which also functions as the core from battle spirits. I'm like, huh. Why?
Mm.
Like, it's one of things, right? Like, where non-replenishing mana is a very dangerous game you have to play. And I don't think people balancing card games realize this, right? Well, I mean, they kind of do, right? Like, non-replenishing mana gets weird really fast. because then you need to have like a lot, and I mean a lot of like quote unquote free cards. Like if Buddy Fight was smart, right? Like you look at Buddy Fight as an example of a non-replenishing resource.
Well, I wouldn't say that's different. I would say like Buddy Fight had a replenishing resource.
I mean, yeah. I'm sorry, not sorry. The best word would be expendable. There we go.
Yeah.
You know, expendable resource games, you have to be smart with how you handle things. Like I feel like Elestrals puts way too much on the spirits. They're also a measure through which to handle ties. Where, all right, if two monsters clash and their attack is equal, the one with more cores will still deal 1 damage to the opponent's life total. That's like, huh? And then have the same rules like the cores from like Battle Spirit Fight. You know, you can move a core, whoever has a core on it to sacrifice that creature to play another creature. Technically. There's just like a lot of moving pieces. It's a little too verbose almost at times. Like you could definitely tell a Yu-Gi-Oh player like designed some of the trap cards.
Hmm.
Activate this card. If the opponent's monster's effect is on the chain, you can activate this card to negate that card's effect. Also, this monster, also that monster can add attack until the end of the turn. It's like, yeah, all right, uh-huh. Like, I just wish there was something to Elestrals that felt like it had any ounce of originality, and I couldn't find it. It's a Chimera game. Heck, I played my first match post tutorial. I mean, this time it's tutorial, right? The tutorial was kind of like dry for sure. That part they're fixing. Taking you step out tutorial, what's the first thing you expect, right? Here's another match. Here's a full match you can try, right? Use everything you learned. That's what you normally expect out of a like basic tutorial, right? Or here's some cards, or here's the deck builder. You can learn how to build a deck. Teach you those rules. No, no, no. You know what Lestrals does, everyone? Takes you to the shop to buy a key so you can start unlocking skins.
Ooh.
Yeah. I kid you not, you learn how to apply skins and styles to your cards before you learn how to deck build.
Who made this tutorial?
Right?
That that's like the like even the
Even a gotcha game would at least, wait until it's like, here's how you can spend money.
yeah, like I remember playing Genshin the first time. They just like at least let us get you inside the building of the Knights of Avonius
Right?
before like we say, hey, you can now roll your gotcha, right?
Right.
Nikkei has you go into the end of chapter 1 to be like, all right, you got understand the gameplay, the basic gameplay mechanics. All right, here you go. Now you can start
Then
pulling.
let's wait to see you fight your first mini boss.
You can't just immediately shove people into the gotcha system or like
Right.
any like mechanics there because like they're just trying to learn your game.
Yep. And then in the second match, after the applying a skin tutorial, I managed to soft lock the game. I got to a point where we were both had no life. which is also our mana, and 2 creatures that cannot destroy each other. And we cannot play any more creatures or activate any other card. Without destroying one, without having to sacrifice one that things have the few spirits left on the board to do so. So, we just kind of have to sit there because every card has a cost attached. And just draw cards. And at that point, I realized I have broken Elestrals. Less than an hour into playing Elestrals. And I'm ready to talk about my terrible experience playing Elestrals. Like, I'm positive the only reason people even cared about this app is entirely because the marketing strategy is, guys, all the cards are locked from the start. All you can do is spend money on skins. Isn't that neato compared to all these other gacha games?
I don't think so. I think the idea was, hey, here's the Kickstarter thing finally going into a beta, so that we can actually like work and improve it, so that we can make the overall experience and game better. And everything's free, so that we can focus more on just kind of like getting the game balance right or something, yada yada.
There. But
from the way from the way you talk about how like the tutorial was structured and like the opening like few moments of the game, it comes off like it's trying to immediately shove you into the payment system, when it shouldn't. It should be focusing on getting you into the game and understanding the game before that, and that is a big flaw in the structure of the whole game, and it got you like really upset on that. It's like, ooh, this feels predatory off rip when it shouldn't be.
It's the ordering and the structuring of it.
Yes.
And like, maybe there's some magic I'm missing in Elestrals. Maybe. I did not see it in the tutorial or that second game. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like the spirit thing kind of just doesn't feel good. Like, you don't want to tie too many things to a single resource. Right?
Yeah.
Like, if there's only one resource in the game, and you need to play cards, keep cards on board, activate continuous effects on cards, and it's also your life pool. It's doing too much.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's like what you're trying to say is like, it feels like, yeah, no, this is a lot of the mechanics are focused on this one thing. Like, again, using your buddy fight examples, like buddy fight has expendable resources with gauge. There's just an innate built-in system that allows you to regain gauge, even if it's just a little bit, right? You gain one every turn, just off the structure of the game.
And there's also like soul. You have a regular numerical life system,
and then also cards that will just gain you gauge.
Yep.
For specific things depending on the world, right? Like what Hero World has like literally a card that says, yeah, just gain 4 gauge.
Right. and even stuff like free basic beaters, or like other like small like cantrip style cards.
Or like cards that are like, yeah, no, if you've built your board somewhat, here you go, you can gain back resources. Something that like recoups you for playing the game. Something that,
Right.
like, for playing the game, you get blessed with the ability to play the game more. And from what you're saying, and I don't have much experience with Elestrals, what you're saying is Elestrals doesn't do that. It's like once you
There
run
are
out that
some
once you run out that resource, like you are very tight of the resource. Once you run out that resource, the game is effectively over.
right. There was one monster in the starter deck they made me use, right? That was like when you attach a wind resource to it, add 2 wind resource from your graveyard back to your life pile. And I'm like, cool. Nice recursion, it costs 1, then you add 1, and then it turns into a healing engine. A turn or 2 later, you start plussing on it. But if that thing gets sniped, all the spirit attached to it also goes away.
Yeah. I mean,
And it's like, okay.
that sounds like a understandable trade-off that your opponent can interact with. It was like, okay, would I rather like lessen your resource management, or would I swing in for
Right.
something else, right? So I don't think that's entirely
Right.
bad. I think just that's actually
It's
pretty cool.
it's not like too bad.
It's just
I mean, also like the Yu-Gi-Oh thing where you can't swing face until you actually pop all the like monsters in the opponent's board. It's like,
like I'll probably try Elestrals before the Elestrals class for the next podcast, so that I can give my thoughts. So,
yeah,
because I've been interested in this game, I'm just like, but it's just like I don't really have like the ability to like go into another card game, and thankfully Clash allows me to at least give this game a genuine
right.
try, and I'll probably go further than you will.
Oh, it'd be impossible to not go further than me.
Yeah, because I'm probably gonna actually try and like learn a bit more constructed and see how this game really goes deep in terms of like more constructive play.
Yeah.
You didn't really get to that
Also,
because you literally locked the game, saying, I'm out.
I mean, probably also didn't help that one of my cards is apparently bugged. One of the cards in the starter deck in the tutorial that they make you play for your first lobby match does not is unable to activate its effect. Fun fact.
Yeah, I mean, again, early access. It's very much
Yeah.
buggy.
Or maybe when it's like later that months down the line, I can reevaluate things from different places. I'll be like, I'm a good fan of V card.
Stop the cap. Like you were not getting that gamer subs subscription, dog.
Dude, please, I don't want I don't want to touch gamers. So they've sponsored a little too many things.
A little too many what?
They've sponsored a little too many Nazis, unfortunately.
Damn, the Discord was so the Discord silenced you for a second just perfectly to be like, a little what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm not big on gamer subs. I don't want the sponsorship. They
mean,
take their money. I'll take a V Royale card.
you can have that. Just leave me out of this.
I think that
Just leave me out of this VTuber
you
card game Civil War, and I'm good.
you'll be dragged to my shenanigans at some point. I will fund you a VTuber model.
Why would you do that?
Because
You'd have to do a subathon for that, and I don't think anybody's gonna give you enough money for that. So I'm afraid that's not gonna happen, buddy.
And look, if I market it the right way,
What could you market it as?
help me turn guy who hates VTubers into a VTuber. I just gotta market as VTuber mind control. Trust. I got a plan. Yeah, I think that's gonna cover my like updates for today. I mean, for the past 2 weeks. Kind of went through a bunch of different topics in the middle of it.
You disgust me.
I know.
Anyway, it's time to get to the news. Let me double check the. Yep. Okay. All right, y'all. It's time for news. To start off, Konami has officially announced the details for the 2025 World Championship in Paris. They've given the schedule, the rules, forbidden limitless event. Obviously, we're not going to Worlds, so this doesn't matter to us, mostly. Except there's a couple things that do matter. So, firstly, they have the location, the spectator gifts, which, oh my god, they're actually spectators. Holy cow, they allow spectators, and you get a Breaker, the Magical Warrior, Altart, and a Mirror Force. So we've gotten details on the schedule, which we have the Duel Links team, and they've announced a special feature, AI commentary trial. AI live commentary project launch. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel featuring full AI live commentary in all supported languages. Languages Japanese, English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Korean, Portuguese, simplified Chinese, and traditional Chinese.
Zechs, I'm gonna remind you of something. You're gonna hate me for it. Zenenzard died for this.
No.
We've gone from an AI assistant to help you in dueling to the Grok telling you your Exodia play was pretty neato. You're only going backwards.
Xanazar cannot exist. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, damn, Xanazar really couldn't exist today in this time.
It released too early.
No, it released too early, but now if you release Xanazar now, they'd be upset. Like, what do you mean you're getting an AI to learn how I play the game?
Like, it had to release in like maybe like 2024. Like early 2024.
I mean, it also probably would help if they had like a PC client. That would have helped.
Yeah.
Like, man, because like I think that's what kind of killed some of these games. Like, they don't have a PC client on like Steam or something, where it's like, oh yeah, you can just get this game on here and be perfectly fine. But nah.
Nope.
But wow, guys, way to read the room.
Like, who's asking for this?
Why do you,
I think the worst part
why I need the
when he
commentary?
showed off
You
the AI
have,
stuff.
did we not just announce like, oh hey, there's a commentary team already?
Yeah, but they want to show how they can have commentary in every important language. The worst part is that they showed off some much more interesting AI features like a year or two ago. That was actually pretty close to what we kind of want. For the AI, evaluate your plays and whatnot, and Gave you percentages and other useful information, and you could duel against it. Cool. Where's all of that?
I don't know, but hey, you want to hear AI Jesse Cotton try not to say a slur?
You know, that would be the best way to kill this thing, huh? Just upload a bunch of videos of it saying slurs and we're good.
Don't worry, MBT got it. All right.
God.
So that is the first thing that's important. They've also given up the details on the 30th. Note that the AI thing is apparently just for day 1. And then the finals is day 3. So the event schedule will take place with the 4 categories, which is the TCG, Dueling Speed Duel, Dueling Rush Duel, and Master Duel.
I do like Rush Duel getting a spot. All hail Rush Duel.
So the trading card game, turn format, 1 match, first duel, 2 duels, Sarah. But there's also another thing, is the whole thing is that they've announced that the time rules are now going to change starting in this event.
Yep.
So yeah, World's players, you now are working on whole nother rules that you weren't working on before. You're now guinea pigs, sorry.
Awesome.
So let's read the time rules. The time limit for each Swiss round is 50 minutes. The top 8 single elimination rounds do not have a time limit, but duelists are still expected to play at a proper pace, and slow play penalties will be enforced as needed. This includes intervals between duels, time used for side decking and shuffling, and the time it takes a judge to make a ruling or for translations to translate duelist questions. Depending on the situation, the judge may opt to extend time, but this is not guaranteed. Both duels are responsible for playing at an acceptable pace so that the round ends before the time limit, if there is a time limit. So here's the point. In the match procedures for Swiss round, if the match does not finish within 50 minutes, the result will be a double loss. A match is considered finished when one of the duelists has either won 2 duels or lost 2 duels. B, if the time expires and the match is not finished, it will be double lost. C, if the duelist has completed 3 duels without the match finishing and there is time remaining in the round, the duelist will go into a 4th duel. So if you tie in game 3, you will go into game 4 with the time you still have to deal. And people were kind of upset. But to be fair,
I can't wait to get stabbed in the streets of Paris for messing up my slowly playing my Tearlaments chain.
Well, no one's gonna play Tyrants as events, so who cares?
Someone's getting stabbed over these rules. I'm just gonna say it now.
Okay. One hand, these are, in my opinion, I think these are better than the time rules we have currently.
Well, you don't like getting burned for 1200?
I mean, it's just like, to me, it just kind of like ruins side decking a bit, because like now you have to put in cards that are completely useless, except for on the quote unquote off chance your deck you go to time and you go first or something, you just slow play as reasonable as possible, then you just like, all right, I gain life, game over. You just go turn
It did.
and you just try and like cheese your opponent out of playing the game.
It did add some funny stuff in card design though, where they were just arbitrarily adding random burn damage to cards.
Yep. Or your deck just able to play it anyway. So
it's like here's your N-Archetype burn card. Enjoy.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I make Bramble Rose Dragon turn 1. All right, pass.
And so yeah, so here's the part of the play that goes into Lacrima for like no reason and good.
I play
Take your
Sparks.
fault. No. We're finals. We play Uzaki.
So it was like I just felt that was really annoying because like, man, that just like, yeah, let's just cheese out there. But I feel like the other issue with this proceeding is that it's also a little confusing, at least from the written text here. Like, I get what they're trying to say, but like, some people just need to see it. They did say they're going to like reveal what the heck this all means at the event, because obviously you need to.
Yep.
And this is another context
But I
that,
mean, the way it's written.
but it's like, it's so nice to see that the World Championship is about to go be controversial yet again in some way, some shape, or form.
Look, I'm just saying, all right. If the way the rules are written are as they are written, if you're about to drop, just stay in there and just suicide slow play against someone.
Hmm. All right. So
I'm not making it, but you're going X3 too.
So there's a lot of other procedures. That's for the term. There's anyway. Uh, man, shout out to the people who spent their entire hard work this past year. You are now guinea pigs. At least you get a trip to Paris.
I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be a new spreadsheet on the play around with the new time rules. But since it's a spreadsheet for World specifically, it'll be $100.
Oh my god. Okay. Additional context. They earlier today, Duelist Advanced Regional Qualifier Season English FAQ was posted with an error that included the WCS end of match procedures, which has now been revised. There are no changes to the round time or end of match procedures for this weekend's OTS Championship or regional qualifiers. The English FAQ is now corrected. The Spanish and Portuguese FAQs were not affected. The change to the round time and match applies to the upcoming World Championship in Paris, France, and our commentators will be discussing it in more detail at the event. We are looking to apply these changes to all events in future at a later date. After the World Championship, please note, details have not been finalized. So it was just an error, and people got really spooked that they were just immediately going to bring it in when they have barely even seen it.
Well, this is kind of like we've kind of been here before. Literally just recently at the time was so it's like, okay, it's kind of been oopsie. This change will not be applied for the upcoming. So probably will be taking effect later. To enjoy your 5 minutes of being able to breathe before we do the thing we implied we were going to do anyways.
Yep. But at least they said, yeah, no, we're going to do this at a later. They at least said, yeah, we are going to do this at a later date, just not right now.
Yep.
Like, you're safe till after Worlds.
No. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm sure people are going to enjoy the new time rules after a while, unless it means what the people are thinking means, and if time goes up, people lose.
Say it again.
Like, people are going to enjoy the new time rules until it turns out that what people have feared is true, and if the time limit is up, both people lose the match. That's what I've seen a lot of people fearing.
I mean, that's kind of how it works in Vanguard.
Yeah, which means you are going to get bomber duelists just going in and slow playing in order to make sure.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes I just wonder how the heck we are a best of one game. How the heck are we really just out best of one game with the most simple mechanics imaginable? How on earth are we having people go into time at this point? Still in 2025.
You can't bring a calculator. That's all.
Well, that is basically all our Yu-Gi-Oh news.
Not much for Yu-Gi-Oh today.
On to Digimon. We've got 2 bits of news there. Firstly, notice, hello Digimon Tamers. We plan to announce the next restriction card list updates on August 23rd, 2025. These updates will go into effect on September 1st, 2025. Changes will be reflected on the official website. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They're announcing, hey, the next restriction list will be on August 23rd, and September 1st it will go into effect.
An actual date.
Yeah.
I would love if some other company gave us an exact date for the upcoming ban list.
Mm-hmm. Especially when people are really getting sick of a certain deck being in the top tables, but you know, I don't know who or what. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? All right. Next, Digimon Elysian announced a closed beta test, and the registration now open until August 3rd. So
sign up now.
Yeah, sign up now. I will I will try and get this video up as fast as possible, but sign up now.
Good luck. I already have signed up.
I have too. You know, the closed beta test overview. Test period August 25. We will provide more information on official website and social media accounts once details are confirmed. Total 10,000 players. Depending on the number of applicants, a lottery will take place to select the winners. System requirements: OS Android 11 or newer with RAM 8 gigabytes or more. iOS 15 or newer with RAM 4 gig or more. How to apply: suppose the application. For information about iOS and Android application form, you got the link provided or the one QR code. Must have a compatible Android and iOS device. Must have a valid email address. Must agree to the beta test guidelines and terms of service. And these are all the guidelines. So yeah, if you want to play test the Digimon card game online thing on your phone, here you go.
Yep.
Honestly, faster than I expected. So yeah,
like I don't know why they keep saying in development, because I'm pretty sure the game's coming out like early next year.
it already looks more well done than anything Vanguard related. So
I mean, the last Vanguard related thing of Vanguard Zero was an interesting game. I'll leave it there. Like it felt a little anachronistic for a mobile game.
Anyway, anything, your thoughts?
Can't wait for the beta. I mean, the footage they've shown looks great. Like, I hope after the closed beta, they announce a PC release sometimes after.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
You know, I'm just glad I have a phone that can run it.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure most new. I think you have to have like an iPhone 12 or newer, and like an S.
What the? Whoa! What is this thing?
Huh?
I just saw this this headline come on my screen for my news thing. It's like ChatGPT kills Google. Indexable chats over privacy fears. I'm like, wait, hold on. I need to see this. Can I see this real quick?
Wait, what?
I just got unlocked over ChatGPT kills Google. I'm like, what? I just looked down, I'm like, huh? Okay, here it is.
Oh,
from MSN, OpenAI. This I know this is like the weirdest thing to put with the card game thing, but you know we're gonna kind of go here real quick. Let me show this to Zeta because it's kind of crazy. Where's my?
Also, we need more random crazy filler news like this in the podcast. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, let's go here. Yeah, here we go. First off, OpenAI removed a ChatGPT feature that allowed users to make individual chats discoverable by search engines like Google, citing privacy risks. OpenAI called its share feature a short-lived experiment that introduced too many opportunities for folks to accidentally share things they didn't intend to. Zoom out. OpenAI's share feature is meant to help people discover useful conversations. It required users to opt in by choosing a specific chat and manually checking a box to make it indexable. The feature found via settings, data control, share links managed, rolled out quietly and didn't appear to be widely promoted. The goal was to expand the reach of publicly shared knowledge generated in ChatGPT. However, OpenAI said the risk of accidental oversharing, including personal or sensitive data, outweighed the potential benefits. Why we care? While indexed chats could help people find helpful prompts or responses, they also pose serious risks if users unknowingly expose private information. Like, oh, I don't know, all the people who didn't know this thing exists to begin with?
I can't.
OpenAI said it is working to remove any content that was indexed by search engines like Google. Here's the full statement from OpenAI. We just removed a feature from ChatGPT Tap that allowed users to make their conversations discoverable by search engines such as Google. This is a short-lived experiment to help people discover useful conversations. This feature required users to opt in first by picking a chat to share, then by clicking a checkbox for it to be shared with search engines. Ultimately, we think this feature introduced too many opportunities for folks to accidentally share things they didn't intend to, so we're removing the option. We're also working to remove indexed content from the relevant search engines. This change is rolling out to all users through tomorrow morning. Security and privacy are paramount for us, and we'll keep working to maximally reflect that in our product and features. Yeah, we're cooked,
might have been the dumbest feature added to anything ever.
Like, I find it funny that we learned about this news during the Digimon segment.
Right?
What timing, but also what the heck, bro?
You know, if Konaka was ever allowed inside Bandai's buildings again after a political correctness, he probably would have released Grokmon.
I mean, we still have Tweetmon.
Yeah. I'm glad Konaka's not involved in Digimon again. It's like, why would you? This seems like such a terrible feature. And I'm like, knowing how things have been with AI, I wouldn't be surprised if this rolls out as a super secret opt-out feature in the future. Oh yeah, kind of made all your ChatGPT things searchable on a mass public database. Have fun. I can already imagine it happening. Like stuff like this always starts out as a big oopsie, and then they roll out in a much more evil way later without anyone saying all the time. And this is why you shouldn't use ChatGPT. Outside they literally killing a town in Memphis. I mean, a neighborhood in Memphis, but stop using AI. You don't need it. Use your brain. Holy cow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So, and our final news: Hasbro released their Q2 earnings conference call, and this is from MTG Scribe, who made notes for people of interest for Magic, which is us. So, for the presentation, shout out to them. Wizard of the Coast posted a total revenue growth of 16% over Q2 last year, broken down as follows: 21% from tabletop Magic and D&D physical product, minus 4% from digital Arena and D&D Beyond, minus 3% from digital licensing, 1% from FX. This is to do with foreign currency exchange. While Fantasy was the highest grossing set of all time, the Q2 margin was impacted by higher royalties from Final Fantasy's release and the timing of operating expenses. They expect royalties to remain elevated as both Spider-Man and Avatar are coming later this year. The Wizards Play Network has grown from around 7,500 stores in the last quarter earnings call to around 9,000 stores now. There's been an increase in in-store events attendance of around 20% versus this time in 2024. There's the earning calls information. These are notes I took while listening to the earnings call, and I tried to use much the same language used in the call for each of them, even for things that are not direct quote. As such, this may read a bit choppy, but I believe it keeps the accuracy to a higher standard. So, Wizards had a standout quarter. Magic continues to deliver, growing 23% year over year in the second quarter, and up 32% year to date. This is from Chris Cox. Cox calls that, oh my god, Chris says this a clear indication of the power of Magic's community and attributes it to the release cadence and resonance of their Universes Beyond strategy. He calls the growth durable, diversified, and accelerating. Chris goes on to say that Takir Dragonstorm is on pace to be the top-selling Magic premier set of all time, and that Final Fantasy is already the highest grossing Magic set ever. So let's kind of stop there real quick. Takir was the top-selling, pace to be the top-selling Magic Premier set. We don't know what Premier means, but I think people speculate that it means their top best-selling in-universe set.
Yep, that's what I'm expecting to.
And that Final Fantasy is the highest-grossing Magic set ever. So Takir, keep this in mind. Ada Drip is kind of like getting beef. Because people were like, this doesn't feel like Magic. Whatever, right?
Right.
And so I forget what set was after that. No, it was that. Then we went to Takir, right? Then we went to Takir, and Takir is now considered the best in universe set. That's great. That's insane. Right? People who are like Magic Pierce are like, oh yes, we finally got it. We back on track. See, we don't need Universes Beyond. We got Magic coolness right here. And then Final Fantasy dropped, and we'll talk about what Final Fantasy got in just a second. But it almost felt like the people who were like, see, we don't need Universes Beyond. We just made some good product. Like, or we didn't need to make all the stuff, and then Final Fantasy happens, and we'll talk about that in a second.
Right. I will say the middle ground is, right, like people always want to say, guys, crossover sets don't help with the adoption rate, or like there's no real proper integration of like crossover players into the mainline sets. Doesn't apply here. Nope. Clearly, they are in fact getting into the main game proper, and no amount of complaining about the cohesion and the sanctity of Matches Gathering is going to change that fact.
Mm-hmm.
You will buy the After the Last Airbender set. You will buy all the Spider-Man and Marvel stuff. You will enjoy it. Have fun, old school Magic player.
Hmm.
I'm good.
So Secret Lair just delivered their strongest sales quarter in its history. He says that it's not just new. Yeah, he says that it's not just new sets, and that their backlist Magic sets have already set an all-time annual sales record, and we're only 6 months into the year. So, like you said, they're even going back to older sets and buying them.
Uh-huh.
Now, how much is that for Commander? Story. Cox says that community engagement is also an all-time high, citing over 19,000 badges sold for MagicCon Vegas, which beat their previous high from Chicago earlier this year. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
That number hit you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Favorite number.
Final Fantasy set a record for new player growth, delivering more new players in its first 2 weeks than any previous set over an entire season. And here's the part that made people crash out. Here's the part. Lord of the Rings took 6 months to deliver 200 million of revenue. Final Fantasy took 1 day. Oh, it's so over. Like there's no more art. Final Fantasy really came in after Takir said, after everybody's like, you see, Takir's good. We got a banger set. We don't need all this Universe Beyond. And then Final Fantasy came in and said, what?
Look, I'm telling you, everyone who hates Universes Beyond to take the cuck chair from now on. It's over.
Sit right there next to Rappy, okay?
Yep.
Oh, that's a
My dog.
that's
These
a thumbnail.
numbers. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, great thumbnail idea. Put like Nicole Bolas in like the chair.
All right. So, where we're back there. So, Cox talks about how they increased production runs 4 times prior to release by many very high double-digit percentages ahead of any other production run they've ever done, and they still couldn't produce enough.
It not only sold out, it went quadruple platinum.
Quadruple platinum with every feature.
In 1 day.
It's like,
God.
like, I'm sorry. Listen, Chandra and Lily are cool, but you can't beat Lightning and Tifa.
I'm sorry. I have the Fang of Nail deck right here. I don't need Chandra and Lilia. I don't need them anymore.
When asked why he thinks Final Fantasy was so popular, Cox says he thinks it's multiple factors, including finding IPs that appeal to the Magic fan base, as well as IPs that have a fan base that Magic appeals to. Cox talks about how much they are looking forward to the Universe Beyond sets they have lined up for 2026 and 2027, but doesn't want to take any of the thunder away from the Magic team, who typically announce the following year's lineup in August or September. I assume this will happen at PTEOT in September, but he says they expect them to be Final Fantasy-like in terms of overlap inside the community. And mentions how strong they believe the inter-universe sets are going to perform. We're getting Star Wars.
We're getting Star Wars.
Like you've already used Lord of the Rings, you already used Final Fantasy. It's Star Wars.
We're getting Star Wars.
Listen, at a certain point, it's like, yeah, Star Wars is coming. Like Edge of Eternity is pretty much a Star Wars set or Star Trek set in disguise. Like one of those two is coming.
Like, we know we're getting stars. Like, what else could they possibly have that's Final Fantasy big?
Like I mean, I don't think they mean like big. I think they mean like overlap inside the community. But
right.
So it can be something with overlap inside the community. I feel like what could be as overlapping with Magic the Gathering's player base.
Like something super massive with like pop geek culture that we're just not seeing.
I mean, they're going to have to eventually. I mean, they literally have like an IP sitting right there that has existed for as long as Magic the Gathering has.
They've done D&D twice.
I'm not talking about D&D. You got Power Rangers right there, 30 years of history. You want to make your money back on that franchise? You're selling Tommy Oliver right now. You're whoring out Kimberly today.
There ain't no way we're doing a Power Ranger set.
Like, it is going to happen in these next 2 years if they don't sell off the brand. And plus, it would be nice if they actually did do that reboot. And it's like, well, we got to have a tie-in, right?
Right. Here's the problem though, right? If they do a Power Ranger set, with the way the internet's going right now, every single person that looks at the release trailer is going to get carded. All right.
What?
All right. You look at the Power Ranger set reveals. Please give YouTube your ID.
Oh. Oh my god. That's a whole other discussion.
That's not before an entire podcast episode. The end of the internet.
But I'm just saying, it's right there. You could just use it. If anything, you could probably be like, hey, Toei, can we bring this set over to Japan and rebrand it with Super Sentai? We could do that, right? I mean, Power Rangers also works in Japan too, so it's not like we have to do much, but we could also get some combo there.
I mean, Power Rangers really just get subbed over in Japan. You don't need to change the Super Sentai branding.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, there are also people who like the Super Sentai characters too, versions, so it's like, why not? Get a double dose. All I'm saying is, I'm buying every single RPM high rarity.
My God. There's something I'm missing here that's super obvious. They've used D&D, they've used Lord of the Rings, they've used Final Fantasy, they're about to use Spider-Man and Marvel and whatnot. They're using Avatar: The Last Airbender. Maybe it's like a collection of something. If it's DC, I'm gonna laugh. Huh?
Sword Art Online, baby.
Honestly, Sony could do the funniest thing ever and just do an Aniplex set. You're right. And then they just announced the cancellation of Build Divide afterwards.
I hate you. They already did.
You know it. You know it's coming.
They already did. In my heart.
Killing Bright too.
I don't know. I feel like Bright is doing okay right now. I need to see.
They're gonna be like, yeah, we made so much off the royalties of the anime Magic the Gathering set that it's kind of already covered the cost for the next 5 years of Build Divide. We don't need this.
Or that means we can keep going with Build Divide. Anyway. They said to build the universe beyond strategy with the idea of new and total player expansion. Every metric they're able to measure shows the strategy has been very successful. He calls this very good for licensors, equating the scale of releases they're able to achieve to licensors getting a new blockbuster movie or AAA game for a year. But that these releases also come with a nice long tail that extends past the first year sales. Asked about how well Final Fantasy is doing in the Japanese market, Cox says that to date it's the second biggest selling set in Japan, behind only Modern Horizons 2, but they anticipate it will beat Modern Horizons 2 within days or weeks. He talks about the relationship Hasbro has with Square Enix and how Hasbro sees Japan as a potential gold mine of potential licensed partners for Magic. Japan tends to be the learning lab for TCGs and the most innovative market with the greatest variety. So now they're just like, all right, we've gotten all we can out the West. It's time to go to Japan and figure out what the heck we can do there.
We were getting a Dragon Quest secret layer.
That's it. That's it right there. That's as big as Final Fantasy you could say in the Japanese market.
Dragon Quest Commander deck secret layers.
That's how you change it all. Dang.
Yep, that you cornered the entire Japanese market right there. Get a holiday.
Final Fantasy and future sets like Spider-Man have helped crack the door open on wider mass distribution in locations like drugstores, convenience stores, and other non-traditional distribution locations in both the Japanese market and around the world. A question is asked about the play demographic data, saying the average player is around 35 years old, and how they're thinking about the demographic shift, maybe getting younger for Magic. The question implied that Spider-Man is aimed at younger players, and that Avatar is more of a tween IP. Cox responds that the new player demographic is always in the 11 to 14-year-old range. Magic players never stop playing, so the median age goes up over time. People keep playing into their 50s and 60s, and the game becomes multi-generational. He goes on to say that it's not just age, Magic does better than most hardcore or enthusiast games with people who identify as female. 30% of the player base today are women, and they'd like to increase that over time. They're looking at IP that can have resonance there, and says not to be surprised to see them looking into romantasy or K-pop bands for future secret layers.
Oh my god. Not the K-pop sense going to Magic logo. It's gonna be weird 2028.
You know what's? I know we're not done with the article just yet here, so I'm gonna say my thoughts about this whole thing a little bit later. Someone asked about the health of the player base, how they're measuring new unique players, and how retention is with the players brought in due to Universe Beyond sets. Cox says that the 40% increase in unique players is specifically people who participate in organized play. That's a subset of the total player base, but is the most measurable piece of the active player base they have on a week-to-week basis. Final Fantasy specifically has been very successful in bringing in new players, attracting more new players in 2 weeks than they would typically do over 12 weeks for any other set they've ever done.
Jesus.
When talking about the total player base, Cox says that they don't have a formal metric they can share yet, but they're working on a very robust model for us to be able to track that. He says the biggest problem with that is that most of play is done offline, with only about 15% of the player base playing on Arena or in a store. He cites a number of different metrics: social listening, search queries, POS reports, Magicon, backlist sales, etc., that indicate the player base is growing quite robustly. Universe Beyond tends to see a long tail in repeat purchases for future sets. Someone asked about the split between new, lapsed, and existing customers for Magic. Cox says that to get to the detailed player demographics, they're probably going to have to go offline. But in general, they're seeing a stronger mix of new players than they've seen in prior years. But every metric they're seeing points to more people playing Magic and more people who have never played Magic than ever before, and it's quite meaningful. So,
Yep.
long and short of it, Universes Beyond is working. It is getting more and more players in.
It's here to stay.
And now people are concerned that they're just going to probably be like, well, if it keeps growing, eventually, how much longer until they just phase out the Universes Within stuff?
Right.
Which, very valid concern, but I feel like you just have to keep making. I feel like it's the thing, you got to keep making your cures to show that you have to keep like buying stuff like the cures and just be like, yeah, no, this
Well, I
is a
mean,
good
we're
set.
getting lore ones soon.
Yeah, right. Like they just gotta keep making cures and lore wins, and sets that are cool. Maybe a new individual plane like a Bloomburrow, and just make like the Magic team has to make cool, interesting real sets and keep the world's universes beyond stuff also interesting. And I think you're fine for a while, but for how long is another question. Um, on the note of how the strategy is going, though, like, yeah, it's just, yeah, you're in the chair. Like, I was trying to figure it out. I just don't know what else to say. Like, you are the Magic purists are just kind of hoed. Like, there's nothing you can
You are
say or
in the
do.
chair.
It's like they're saying we made more money in Final Fantasy than you will see in your lifetime. You and your friends will see in your lifetime. Like, why would we ever stop?
Right. Like, it's gotta suck to be a purist. Like, I don't know. I'm just remembering the Buddy Fight purists from like back in the day, like the months before Buddy Fight finally died, and it's like, man, those crossovers kind of stymied the flow.
I mean, to be
At
fair,
least fan side, they sawed the bleeding out.
yep. But very much is like, yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing, and I guess the best thing for Magic the Gathering has going for is like kind of what they said that like maybe like 15% of the player base is maybe on Arena. Like there's the amount of like kitchen table players that just don't even like step into the competitive scene for Magic is massive. Like they don't have that problem Yu-Gi-Oh definitely has at the moment where things are just totally stratified into the competitive scene. There's just a higher percentage of people that are just pick up some Magic cards, add like a supermarket, and just play. Crazy amount. Same with like Pokemon. And just don't care and just buy cardboard. Household names, pretty much, right?
Mm.
I have a feeling that number's crazy high for Final Fantasy 2. Massive.
Yep. It just kind of is like, man, Magic is as strong as it is because it did actually like keep the right. I mean, this is another thing why, uh, in my opinion, like, Magic also did great is because another thing is just um I'm trying to figure out how to say this best I can. It adapted the worlds into Magic the Gathering well because Magic the Gathering is a very malleable system. So it's like, yeah, no, these characters, you can feel like, yeah, no, this is the best way because I know I saw a lot of people kind of look at how did Magic the Gathering adapt Final Fantasy characters, and I said most of them were like, yeah, no, these are really well, these are really good. They had the
Yeah,
sauce of these characters, and it's because the system's so malleable, you can have that,
right.
and it's not taking away sauce, and it's potentially adding potential sauce for other things. Unlike unlike with Vanguard collabs, the sauce is there, but it's also like, well, where the heck is the sauce from? Uh, from the other like series, right?
Like, I mean, I'll say Buddy Fight, Musha King, and Bravern are insane work for like flavor wise. Like the Vanguard team tries. The problem being the Vanguard team seems to only try in crossovers. You gotta poke them with a stick to like, hey guys, remember all the sick design stuff from like V era? Hey, do more V era decks. Come on. I think that's Vanguard's problem, right? Is that the designs have kind of gotten a lot simpler with D.
Mm.
Like, there's not enough things that make you go, huh? That's loud.
Yeah.
Like Grifagila's a poor man's Valkyria. I'll say it there. Well, more like a poor man's Glendios, but anyway.
Oh.
Good job, Watsy.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing else to say. Just yeah, it's like they're staying in the game, and as much as it hurts for like people who really like that world and want to keep in that world, stay in that world, it's kind of like that thing. It's like bring in you gotta bring in an outside source to stay alive, right?
Right.
Now how long you can keep it up is a different story, but you never know. And that is the news for this week.
Yep.
Uh, surprisingly, a shorter show. There is like one more thing we gotta talk about, and that is as I update this. Yeah, let me just kind of move this right here, and move the news off, and yeah, we're gonna go into the Vanguard Divinez Deluxe kind of spoilers, kind of like a spoiler discussion on the state of the show. We're what 5 episodes in, so we can kind of
Yep.
give our thoughts on the state of the show so far. So this is kind of like for a lot of people, this is pretty much the end of the podcast. If you can either skip to the end segment, which is only like the last like 4 minutes or whatever. There'll be a timestamp eventually, because still need to edit things. But yeah, just kind of skip to that ending if you don't want to hear any spoilers about the current state of the Vanguard Card by Vanguard anime. So we're about to begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let me preface this by saying, going into episode 5, as one of the remaining members of the Mega Me fan club,
Yeah.
I was content with how this episode was. I was like, yeah, no, this is good. It actually feels like they did try and like close up her story as best they could. Give it, but it's like, you're already starting from the bar, which was in hell for Wildress season 3. So the fact that you were able to make a good conclusion story from this does work to me, in my opinion. So I was happy regardless of what happened. As for the rest of the episode, yeah. What did you think?
I mean, I think my biggest problem with this season is it's the same problem I have with the last season. Divines should not be ending on a tournament arc.
I don't think it's gonna end on a tournament arc, because they have like in lore kind of said like there's probably something else going on. So I don't think we're
Right.
ending on a
I
tournament
mean,
arc.
I'm sure we're gonna get a Divines Z double Z or whatever. Right. We're gonna get another Divine season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll have the exact same. Maybe Arkane will still be the main character. Maybe not. Maybe be more of a mentor. But like as of right now, I don't know how I feel about like Divine Deluxe as a whole. Because these weren't the characters for it, if that makes sense, right?
Well, that's
The only two characters out of our like core Divines cast I probably even care about like a tournament are Suo and now. And I guess arbitrarily now Erica, because she has to pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is now you have like these 10 Divines characters, their own arcs and whatnot. Or core 10, 11. Why is the dress cast here?
Because this is the best
Like
in this.
Heroes Crisis had the benefit of being 25 episodes. You can do Legacy Shilling with 25 episodes.
Now the question is, why shouldn't they be here? This is a deluxe, right? This is some of the best. This is a
Right. That's my
generated based
point,
on the
though.
best in the world, right? Why shouldn't there be?
My point is that I don't want the point is that the deluxe itself is not the where I would have taken Divines. Because I guess it's the core of my thing, right? Like it's 2 seasons of fan service. Which in Vanguard terms, modern Vanguard terms, is a year.
Well,
Of like having to stuff the entire cast of 2 shows in the 24 episodes. 26. So it's hard to do stuff with the cast this loaded, right?
I mean, not only that, let's not forget, you also have to remember that you have to cut this in half and have a natural stopping point so that you can go
Uh-huh.
into next season. You don't want to end on a general cliffhanger,
Right.
which I think is the problem. But even then, uh, I, hmm, I'm getting what you're trying to say here, but it's like I feel like, yeah, of course they would be here at a major tournament that's like supposed to determine the best in the world, or
Right.
like not the best in the world, but like, see who is like some of the best people in the world based on how like Guy's algorithm suspects these people are, or like tournaments that would like determine who could be the best in the world. Because again, the whole thing is still, we're still trying to find the ultimate fight.
Which I will say at this point, I'm getting sick of hearing about. It is a carrot on a stick. We are not seeing the ultimate fight.
I mean, we are gonna see the ultimate fight, but the ultimate fight is gonna be like the
If the
most.
ultimate fight is you versus Akina, I'm throwing a brick at a window. If all the build up towards the ultimate fight is just our two protagonists duking it out, I'm throwing a brick.
I mean, there could be something that happens during that said fight where it's like, oh no, the path to Cray opens and shenanigans ensue from that. It's like that like when Mandy smiles, you've ruined the natural order.
Like it'd be such a boring like conclusion to that lingering plot twist. Like, ah man, I am Michiru. I was in a coma, searching for the ultimate fight. Turned out I just had to find two blue-haired losers and have them duke it out.
Damn, not blue haired losers.
That's all I had to do apparently. He wasted all that time, built up a cult, turned one guy into the God Emperor of Vanguard. He just needed to find two people with blue hair to card fight. Wasted everyone's time.
Spoilers, it's the two protagonists. It's like
Yeah,
it's not like anything different. It's not Zero. It's not homeboy from Quake. It's not uh Yuki. It's these two chuckle fucks. The entire time it was always going to be them.
we got Joe Average, Mister. We got Joey Wheeler and a pirate.
Not a pirate.
No one is getting me off the point that Yu looks like a pirate. Like, if they want to resolve this stupid ultimate fight nonsense, I want it to be something crazy, all right?
I mean, I honestly think
I want
you want to know my honest thought. I think the other fight is just going to be like a Akina now again. It's like,
that's gonna be it, huh? The ultimate fight is Gizom's like thing I was missing. The ultimate fight. It was the heart involved. And they're all just gonna go on while cringing internally.
ah, yeah, I can kind of feel like at this point, whatever the ultimate fight is not gonna help anyone unless it's like some sort of like insane out of nowhere thing. Like, oh no, the ultimate fight's actually like Aichi just walks out a portal or something, and he has a 2v1 with Yu
I
and
was gonna I
Akita.
was gonna say all timeline chrono from that one dream sequence where he did go to space.
Like, something has to go. We have to go like the GX ending at this point to make it even like feel like
Right.
something cool's happening here. Because like
I hate that you like willed the possibility of Akina versus Now being the ultimate fight.
like I think the other big thing with the ultimate fight is like it's always that question of what is it supposed to be and what happens when we get there.
Right.
Because the ultimate fight implies like, yeah, no, we've hit the greatest card fight in history. There's nothing else to strive towards past this point. The franchise is done. It sounds like something you cannot obtain ever.
Like the longer it goes on, the longer it sounds like the Chaos Dunk from Shut Up and Gem Gaiden. Like you better deliver.
And it's like it just feels more like an ideal rather than an actual goal.
He hacked the CIA for this ultimate fight. So the one black guy in the universe got turned into a car fight Vanguard video game addict because of the ultimate fight.
I miss you, Sam.
Look, I'm sure Proof is just happy he got a cameo, he got an XP in the anime.
No.
He made it, man.
That feels kind of racially charged in some way, but I don't know. I don't know how to prove it.
Man.
But I think
I just want to know what it is.
The
And I
answer
think the other problem
is the old. Here's the answer. You want to know what the ultimate fight is? The ultimate fight was the friends we made along the way.
That's probably it. I'm gonna hate it.
It's like that's it. That's always been it. It's gonna be the ultimate fight is whenever you clash with another person with different ideals and you understand each other. That's the ultimate fight. We all had it the whole time.
You know what's funny? They kind of showed the ultimate fight was Shin versus Tatsuya.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the ultimate fight would theoretically look like.
It's like or that's like the idea we get. We're just like, yeah, no, here's literally their souls on the line appearing in front of everybody, like clashing.
Right.
Ideas and feelings.
Craig gets dragged down the earth for like two dudes to just duke it out.
And it's like,
which is kind of how the Vanguard lore has handled the existence of like the card fighter.
Like, yeah, no, it wasn't Psyqualia. It wasn't the Link Joker universe. It wasn't going to the moon. It wasn't no Stride Force. It was quite literally, I want to save my friend from literally deleting himself.
Have you ever played Vanguard with your life on the line? Like that was it.
It is crazy in hindsight how that is kind of just like, in my opinion, like,
yeah,
it makes me so sad that like so many people just kind of like that are kind of like, yeah, no, I'm that just never really understood that fight. That's a positive video I can do. Just literally just like dissecting that fight and why it's, in my opinion, one of the best like fights in the series.
All of Shinemon's second half may as well be the peak of the franchise. like almost up there, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just one straight shot arc of like, this is a human story.
Yeah, it's like it's everything you want. It's like it is the cray stuff used to tell a human story using the obvious normal like overarching like one of the overarching themes of Vanguard, which is dealing with grief, especially in
Yep.
Shinramon of all seasons.
Right.
It encapsulates all of Vanguard's themes in one fight, and a conclusion that very much is very painful and bittersweet. More bitter than sweet.
And then the epilogue just punches you in the gut with like, damn, that's life, huh? Like, I gotta say, them completely off screening the fight against Kanzaki at the end was like chef's kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was maybe the best. Like, people complain about off screen fights in V. That may have been the perfect one off screen.
Yeah, that's another probably another reason why like I feel like this episode itself also had issues. Is that I feel like there's something wrong with how like the direction, like they're not doing anything interesting with like directing or like storyboarding conceptual thing. It's like because like let's be honest here, everyone walking in this fight knew Akina was going to win. Your mama knew Akina was going to win. Why didn't we do something interesting with the episode itself? And it's like, yeah, no, Akina's gonna win. We could actually just cut the fight. We didn't need to see the fight, honestly.
Right.
Instead, we could have had like a moment of her like kind of like conversating with Yu, or like her kind of like going over things, mulling over it, kind of having just like a nice moment of peace. It's like, yeah, no, I'm like not saying she's gonna lose, but like, you know, see like how far she's come as a character.
Yeah, the fight literally could have been an email. I'll be right back.
All right, we're back. So I think the other thing is sorry. Continue.
I think the weird thing about Divines, right? It's like it's two factors crossed together.
And
it's a boy meets girl story in several ways. Girl next door shenanigans. And it's also an ascension ritual plot.
What?
Like the entire plotting of like the Divines era is almost entirely concentrated on Akina's ascension into being a pro player. He goes in, he gets the wish, he saves his sister, he goes in, he fights tooth and nail, he starts moving heaven and earth against some of the strongest players, he fights against Satan and then rescues the girl. Then he gets the hell block in a tournament and somehow survives and is like starting that pro journey. And then it's like, oh, sorry, you gotta go face the demons of Vanguard.
You know, I thought about this at the end of the episode I watched in like another discussion in our Discord. And it kind of turns into like another topic we're gonna get to, another like point of story, but it's like to me, Akina feels like he's turning into what the idea of a uniformer was. Like this episode kind of proves like he's just kind of becoming a uniformer, like the idea of like the perfect fighter as it's happening.
Right. Like, yeah, I totally see it.
And I'm just like, is the reason why we brought Yu back so that we can redo the uniformers plotline?
Like, it's interesting because like we've seen it from the start of Divines, right? Like, if Akina locks in on an opponent, he will do some insane shit to optimize.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's definitely on the like I feel like he's definitely involved in the ultimate fight, right? If not
Yes.
you, Akina is definitely part of that ultimate fight.
I mean, I feel like
Yeah,
you is, I don't say you use it, but definitely is like I feel like we're close to getting that storyline like
yeah.
truly completed, because it's like, yeah, no, he's always had that like weird, like, I'm trying to say, he has like that thing of like, of he is very much malleable in how he can play the game.
Right.
Obviously, like when he's put his mind to it, he can figure it out. Not to mention, unlike Team Blackout, which has mostly been chilling left and right. Again, he's been put in trial by fire nonstop.
Like he's been fighting the demons of the verse from like minute 1.
Like, not even the demons. He's been fighting for
That too.
sister's his sister's health, and then fighting for his life in an interdimensional storyline. All of a sudden,
He has not had a casual match on screen.
until his fight with I was gonna say Kuan, but I mean, he's had casual matches, but he's not had like enough to be like, yeah, he's never had enough on screen. Like, I know it's been a year, but it's like,
Right.
even then, he's just been fighting people who have also been made in that same fire. His casual
Like
matches are
like that
against
full chill
literal,
period.
like, your casual matches against Kratos, dog. That's
Like we were saying like earlier, right? Like the first season, that even the show knows we kind of threw him into the hell block.
mm-hmm. And now
And
he's
then like you look at his bracket this season, it's like who's on my side of this tournament? Oh, it's Mirai, one of the demons, the other demon, and the second strongest person. And
whoa,
then
you
Megumi,
start cutting
arguably
out.
in the top 5 demons.
You start cutting out. Sorry.
Sorry. You had Mirai, definitely one of the top 5. Michiru, probably in the top 2. And then Megumi, also in the top 5 of the verse. Arguably.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro has just had to stay perma locked in. And of course, he's gonna get like Zenkai boosted all the way up to like insane levels of like skill. It's like this season's definitely just like probably just paving the way for like some other world saving ending threat to show up or some other serious thing. And it's like, cool, I have completed the path of ascension.
Yeah.
I have now become super Akina.
Like, I think what's also interesting is like, what I feel like there has to be something, because I'm like, the way Michiru looked at Akina at the end of this episode
Uh-huh.
felt like for the first time he genuinely felt worried. Like, he felt like, oh shoot. Like Ryuga's like, if you maybe even use a little tiny fraction of my power for a second, Penta.
Right. And like and then you have like the stuff now was saying it's like, oh shoot, he's kind of flying high. Oh no.
Like, I am interested to see how it goes, but I'm upset that he just feels very boring now. In terms of like
I'm
what currently going on with his storyline, because he doesn't, because really he just took someone else's storyline for himself.
I feel like the ending of this season, something's about to break, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
I
I
think
feel
the ending. I think the ending of this season is more important than the actual tournament itself.
like like this season, this episode definitely implied there's some weird swell happening with Akina. And when that shoe drops, oh no.
But again, this is like, this is the supernatural theories, right? We're not in G. We're not in those past timelines. So it's like, who
I wouldn't
knows
even
if they're going to actually, huh?
I mean, this is definitely a supernatural season for sure.
I mean, I feel that because I feel like you also got to make up for Sybil, bro.
Right. And I mean, the psychology is a funny one, right? Like I feel like these had the weird thing of like let's divide psychology into a bunch of different power sets that don't actually help that much in playing Vanguard. Like they're new types, right? You got several of them. Michiru, Urara, sure I'm definitely forgetting like one or two other Doxa. Like there's definitely some supernatural adjacent Vanguard players, right? They just don't want to say the P word anymore.
Yep. Uh,
Like I'm sure at some point it's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, Akina also is just wholly not the first actual true psychology used to spring up since Doxa. Like that's gonna end up being the twist. Oh, why are his eyes glowing? Oh no.
we'll know when it goes because again, yeah, like you said, this season's finale is going to be very important going forward because I feel
Mhm.
like we can't just like I feel like it'll be even worse. Like okay, like we pretty much know like the finals is going to be Akina and Erica. Right.
Right.
I think this is kind of it. I don't think I think we all just kind of know the outcome of the next round, which is there. So there has to be a real hook in this
Right.
season because you also like the way they also structured the season. Like they got rid of a lot of interesting plot lines off rip.
Yeah.
So it very interesting plot lines gone. Were very like uh we've kind of just turned the tournament kind of like stale. So now we've got like the only thing left is like what do we set up for the next arc? Because it can't because I feel like we have too many like ideas and concepts that we have right now that we can't just throw away. And I think
No.
I'm just really just waiting for that this season.
Like I
Right? It's
feel
like
like whoever wins between Akina and Erica is like totally forgetting the good ending or the bad ending.
I mean, I think they're just gonna get the ending of all time anyway.
Like if Akina wins, that kind of sets the course. Yeah, this was the Ascension plot line. Something's crazy is about to happen. We've created a monster. The seventh demon of the era has arrived.
But uh yeah, I'm just like dang. Uh I don't know.
I'm not
I've
in the full working state yet, I guess is my thing.
I know, but last time I felt like, we still got some more time. We got hit with a tweet saying Dress Arrow is done. A freaking tweet. 3 episodes to go. I am not there yet either, but I'm also very concerned because we're at the
You gotta
end of
remember
this
that.
year. We're at the end of 2025 for these seasons. like we could do something completely different, start off a new year with a new cast or something, and I'm just like I'm not letting my guard down.
I mean, even the lore is building up to something.
Yeah, again, that's what I'm saying. Like the lore,
Like
the
right
lore
here,
is like the
like
main reason why I'm still like not positive, still more positive that we're still going to keep this cast around, because I feel like bringing Yu back just for him to be on vacation for a season is very like why are you here, dog? Like it's good to see you, but it's like what a waste to bring you back a main character. Like you've never done that. When you bring it back, it's for a reason. Like you're
yeah,
setting up a plot line somewhere down the line. You're, catching us up, or like things like it took so long to bring Aichi back. It's like you gotta have something, dog.
yeah.
Like you need to give this boy a reason to remember people why he was to give this. Like you gotta let this man get his redemption in. It's like you did him dirty and you know it. You did him dirty, you did his deck dirty, you did his team dirty, you did everything about him dirty. I need you to genuinely give him his moment.
Man, Blackout is such a weird team in hindsight. It's like, what do you mean every single person that becomes the leader of the team is just leaves after a while? Like Megami is so lucky she didn't get hit with the deadbeat stick.
I mean, she is also,
Has a job unlike everyone else.
she has a not just that she has a job, she also,
Grew up with the team.
me. What is going on here? Hold on, let me translate this. Oh, just having a release event. Okay. Oh, they're having like a Japanese gun card game release event. Anyway, yeah, I don't really know what to say. Kind of spin my wheels until the finale, bruh. What you got? Any final thoughts?
I am interested, like, where these like other remaining plot threads go, right? I mean, we still have to have now get her like past Trial of the Moon. That's for sure happening at some point this season.
Yeah, like we've got about what at minimum 12 episodes. 12 episodes this season. We've already used 5. Next episode is going to be a Yuna focus episode.
Yeah,
That's 6. We say
so yes,
4. We give 4 away for potential for the semifinals and finals. Give you 1 extra just for the usual 2-part finale maybe or something.
right.
And then after that, we've got 2 episodes that are just completely free. 2 to 3, maybe 4, if we go to up to 13, that are completely free,
Right.
that we could use to kind of understand what's going on.
I mean, if we get 3, it's definitely now. This was Trial of the Moon, Akina versus Yu, Akina versus now. But and then with hint towards the next season.
Mm.
That's how I see things going. Unless somehow they do the impossible, and there just isn't an Akina and Yu fight, and we all just got baited by ourselves.
We just have to wait and see. All right.
Yeah.
Think we're going to cut off the spoiler. I'm going to take off the blank. Yeah, that's topic for the stream. Uh, yeah, I think it's time to call it a night.
Yep.
Short episode, surprisingly. I mean, I knew we had a little news, but I was like, oh yeah, we just kind of get through things pretty fast than I thought. So,
Right.
on that note, guys, our next podcast is projected to be on the
August 15th.
yeah, August 15th. There'll probably be something interesting by that point.
Yep.
You know, definitely we might. I'll say this. How about this? If something does happen on the product stream and we're both available, we might do an emergency podcast.
Yep.
I might like have to see if I can get like somebody like free within the next 2 weeks to be like, or at least somebody next week or next time we will try to have a guest to talk about it.
Right.
Because you never know. On that note, you can find all of our socials in the description of the video and the podcast. You can find me on Blue Sky and Twitter. You can find the podcast on YouTube, app, and I was saying Apple, not really Apple. You can find us on YouTube Music. Think of Google Podcasts, man. I miss Google Podcasts, kind of low key.
I think it's cool. You can find us wherever you can find some form of podcast.
Yes. And that'll be it for tonight. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.